Yes, yes, yes. I am back. I'm wide awake and ready to go. Um, Last night was our longest stream. It was over 8 hours and got about 4 hours of sleep. And believe it or not, it actually recharged me. I'm an extrovert. It gave me even more energy. My battery is full right now. Ready to go. Ready to go. Um, Open panel. Whatever topics are on you. Well, we are trying to restrict some of the more controversial topics that might draw unwanted attention from YouTube. Oh, Chuck, thanks. You really know how to make me feel like special, like a special person. Um, and I lost my train of thought, which this ADHD in action right there. For people that think I don't have it, let's see. Tweets. I showed that immigrant graph the other day, I believe. Yeah, I did. I showed that Ben Shapiro clip on people that just ask questions, and then later on the stream yesterday, they did that exact thing. Let's just ask questions. Let's just say this and this. Just to ask questions. I prefer people. I mean, I love questions. I love the Socratic method and Socratic dialogues. But it's easiest for me if people have a point to make, because questions for me are exploratory and investigational. I'm using the questions to gather more information and refine and clarify the picture for myself so I can make the judgments that I need to make. But what's really helpful if you're just trying to make a point and you're not trying to like truth seek and sense make together is to tell me what your claim is. What is it you are trying to convince me of or to adopt as true or probable? And then tell me why you believe that or why I should believe that. It's often the same thing, at least for me. And back it up with evidence. I'm not huge on studies or data, or it doesn't have to be fancy. An article or two, somebody credible. Just back it up with something. But there's so many crazy ideas out there that people have that I don't remember what time you went to bed, but it really didn't. I think we had a nice productive night overall at the end. Everybody oh, today you mean? I did a stream last night for 8 hours. I don't remember what time I started, but I'm gonna start doing more evening streams, evening here at least. But the one today I started on time. So, oh yeah, I wasn't worried about it at all. There's a learning curve to communicating and getting to know people and everything, and we're still in that initial state, like upward stage. Oh, your time changed. I see. Well, at least you're getting a summer. We're still waiting on ours. I'm reading this article. There's not really a way to share it on here. But it's on NPR, like some guy from NPR, and how the media, which are like a media like NPR, which used to be more or less balanced and credible, kind of got lost trust with America and kind of got captured or maneuvered into having to cater to a very lopsided audience. And like Donald Trump was one of the examples. In fact, he said he noticed it after 2016, after the Donald Trump election. That's when the media outlets started to move from journalism to figuring out how they could use their position and professional influence to topple him, to affect, like take extra political means to try to get him out of office or damage his presidency. And that's when I realized that Donald Trump, who's, you know, one of the biggest trolls out there, we all know, provoked the left, which was my people at that time, into exposing who they are, what they're capable of, what their motivations are and their goals are at heart. And he kind of forced that mask to drop because they didn't have to take that route. They didn't have to take this, even like the Colorado ruling, trying to get Trump off the ballot. Except to me, that's just another variation on that same leftist. It's kind of Trump deranged, but I do know I was part of that. I remember after the 2016 election, our reality was shattered. We were lost, devastated, shocked. It was a weird emotion the couple of days after, and it kind of felt like a political nuclear bomb had just dropped on America, and we didn't know what to make of it. We were so shell shocked and stunned. And then I went on with my life, I guess, in my own way. I really didn't. That's when I turned to Twitter the most. Like, I didn't even really use Twitter before the Trump presidency at all. And that's when I started to go to, because that's when Russiagate was starting and I was getting sucked into that. So that's when I was on Twitter like all day long, constantly. And I just had it open all the time, like every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, every time at work that I had just a second to run Twitter. I was doing that for 4 years. And that's how I got through the Trump years. Just for me, it was information. I just needed as much information day to day in the moment as possible to like keep my mind at ease and be able to assure myself that it's going to be okay. The world's not on the brink of collapse or destruction, etc. But other people, I think, with that initial feeling from 2016, it really was kind of a mental health feeling. Like, I guess it's a form of trauma or shock response. I don't know how they got out of it, and they might have, like, the majority of them might have veered toward Trump derangement syndrome. Somebody, I'm getting good feedback on the antlers, and then I realized that because I used to wear them in person, I wore them at work too. And I was doing this little project for a while where I tried to get all the autistic clients and people in the autism community to like wear antlers and horns and have it become a trend. So like when they're in public, they can identify each other. It didn't really take off, but they liked the idea. And so I wore my antlers kind of as to try to get it started. And I love antlers. I love guys in antlers. So I think I'm just gonna go back to the antler trend that I tried. And this was just before COVID, so I was doing the antler thing, and then we all had to go on lockdown, and I never really had any reason to do it afterwards. So I think I'm gonna pick the antler trend up again and try to keep that going. And if I get a budget, or maybe I can go thrifting and see if they have some antlers I can pick up. Sterling, I remember. What's going on?
I'm sorry, we got a little lag. What'd you say?
I said, "What's up? What's going on?"
Let me come back. So we got a delay.
Me?
Yeah, we got a delay in the echo. Let me leave and come back. I'm sorry.
Okay, because I can hear you fine. I wonder if it's. Are y'all hearing anything weird with my mic? Yeah, Dahlia, that was like my cope. That is how I got through it. I looked out my window, ran to the blinds every 5 seconds to see if the world was still there. And then lockdown happened, so everything shifted after that. Okay, thanks. I don't know what was going on. Branch? Oh, like you tied branches in your hair? That sounds cool.
Hey, what's up? Maybe this will be better.
Is it better on your end?
I think so. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. What is on your mind?
Not a lie. I just had a moment of boredom, and I wanted to see what you had on your mind. Did you have a topic in mind for this stream, or what's the title?
Say again, the last part.
I didn't know if there was a title. I didn't read the title of the stream. Sorry.
No, it's kind of generic because you never know who's going to show up or what's going to happen or what the topic's going to be. So it's kind of hard to title in advance. But it's just a space, like a community drop-in space for this little collection of people that gathers around on the different streams. And
well,
I'll put my cool. We enjoy it. So we talk about politics, philosophy.
Oh, great.
You put your
philosophy. Oh, I want to put my cards on the table and say that I came here to argue, and I was hoping that we could talk over each other and interrupt and eventually rage quit. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That does happen, especially the interrupting is the norm.
Yeah. Politics might be good. I haven't talked politics in a while.
Some people find that difficult to adjust to, but
I'm used to it.
I don't know, Freak. I don't know if he's gonna have any left after this year.
Oh yeah, he's forking out money for what?
Well, he might get it all taken from him after these trials, and all the criminal penalties.
We have a delay, and it's driving me crazy, man. I'm sorry. It's probably me. I'm in Costa Rica, so.
Oh, yeah, because it sounds fine on my end.
Does it?
You have YouTube muted?
I don't have my YouTube open. I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Earlier I had it open, and then I closed it. So.
And the chat says they're not hearing anything weird.
Okay, I'll put up with it.
My video is going in and out. I don't know. On my end, it's fine. I'm not getting the low signal. Well, they like your hair, at least.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I woke up like this. Are you a political person? Are you aligned with a political, idea or party? Or
I am at this point an enlightened centrist or base centrist. I was on the left, and during 2020, with the George Floyd stuff and all the wokeness, I shifted to the center, or the politically homeless, which eventually became the center.
Okay, so when you say the center, like, do you find yourself agreeing with both sides equally? Is that what that means, or what?
It depends on the issue. I find myself agreeing with some things on the left and some things on the right, and some things with neither of them. Like I have my own opinion, and like for example, with the trans stuff, I'm mostly on the right because I think the activists are taking it to the extreme. I think there's other agendas behind it, etc. But like yesterday, the Pope came out strongly against transgender surgery and all kind of other stuff. And that I think is a little too far. So now I'm kind of on the transgender side against that extreme form of transphobia, even though I'm also against them when it comes to their own form of extremism. So I guess I'm just anti-extremist. Like I think there's extremes on both sides, and I try to keep myself just on the other side of those extremes.
Or in the middle, or you said on
both
sides?
So it gives me a big field to move in between those two extremes, and then I can kind of keep the boundaries at the edges against extreme.
Who's give me an example of like this extreme right and this extreme left. Like, what do you mean? So just so I know where you're in the middle of.
I'm gonna find a video for you that P.F. Jung did. He explained this. The woke I would put on the extreme left. Woke, Antifa, all the socialist activists, the anti-Palestine, the BLM, all those people on the left, the George Floyds, the Evergreen protest. Oh, thanks, Topaz. And then the right would be the MAGAs, the Groypers, the maybe the Christian nationalists or some of them. Maybe the J6ers. Some people could see that as the extreme of the right.
Okay.
Possibly the Trump supporters at this point. We don't know.
Are there any issues where both sides agree, and do you usually agree with the both sides on those type of subjects? Or?
I think there's some. I think there's probably room to agree on some healthcare stuff. I think if they would keep abortion within reasonable limits, I think it's possible to find some agreement there. I think probably on income inequality, you could find some common ground. I would like to see more support for the working class, and I'm not sure why that is not as bipartisan as it seems like it should be. It seems like it would benefit both parties to at least pretend to care about the working class.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've heard some people say that there's not that much of a difference between the right and the left. You've heard that, right?
Yeah, like the same puppets or whatever. It doesn't matter what choice. King Stephen, is that SanityMachine? I think so. I just want to make sure you're legit. Am I pro-choice, Dahlia? I am. I used to be women's rights, bodily autonomy, all that. But I think that there are three stakeholders in a pregnancy. There's the woman, the fetus, and the man. And I think all three stakeholders have rights in the situation. So I don't know why it just automatically defaults to the woman and hers takes priority just because of her body. So I haven't worked all that out for myself. So now I'm kind of why would anybody want an abortion if it's a life? Like I'm not at the point where although I saw today where the Arizona Supreme Court just blanket banned. They're gonna in the next 2 weeks they're gonna have banned almost all abortions in that state using some archaic law that's still on the books that the Supreme Court just ruled is valid.
Oh,
but okay, Auntie, here's the thing. If they don't want to be a mother, they have a role in that happening. And outside of cases of rape, they don't just like land up pregnant. Just wake up one day and, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Now I'm forced to have this baby. They have some agency in how that happens to them. So there's some personal responsibility, I think.
Yes.
And some accountability that's not always expected of the woman.
I agree. Hey there, Jeff. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, King Stephen? I don't think I've met you before. It's a pleasure.
Sanity, yeah, you were on here one day, and I follow your channel, so I see your videos come up now and then.
Yeah, I was on here a while ago with Hank O'Flamio or something.
Oh, probably.
That Hank guy?
Yeah, he was on last night.
Oh, okay. Auntie Dearest, my advice would be use birth control or keep your legs closed. Don't get pregnant, then you won't have to have an abortion.
That's what I would do if I were a female and did not want to be forced to carry pregnancy to term. I would make sure I didn't get pregnant. But at the same time, that seems like an extreme consequence too for one act. But that's also been the norm for human history forever. So why should the modern world suddenly be exempt from it?
It's a consequence to the baby, the most of all, and the father. That the father could say, "Hey, I want to keep that baby," and the mom could say, "Hey, nope, I'm going tomorrow," or she can not even say a word and just go do it.
Yeah.
Auntie, why are you so triggered? Saying asshole. Just calm
That
down,
is,
lady. Calm down. Calm
she's
down.
she's a regular. She's a
She's
big girl.
angry. She's
She'll
angry
be
at
able to
me.
handle it.
Hey, Jeff, what's with the antlers? I got in here late. I just arrived.
Oh, I had them. I was wearing them before COVID, like out and about town, and then after COVID, I didn't really do much with them, and I started wearing them lately, and I'm getting positive feedback on them. So I'm gonna keep it up, and see if I can bring the trend back.
If and you know, don't jump on me, guys. And I wanted to join early before things got too rowdy. So again, thanks for having me. But you know, sometimes I just like to think through things and be devil's advocate. So bear with me. What if a person has sex, right, and they get, I don't know, chlamydia or gonorrhea? Should they have to suffer with that like forever because they rolled the dice?
No,
Okay,
and
why?
well, but there's not another person. A baby's not a disease. There's not another person involved in chlamydia and gonorrhea. So we would treat it just like any other medical condition and try to help relieve somebody from having to suffer it. But a baby doesn't work that way.
Well, I guess, okay, fair enough, but potentially, you know, that person would be infected with an STD, and that affects society, right? Because they could harm
Well,
others with that.
it could, but again, even STDs come down to adult personal responsibility, like each individual taking personal responsibility for not contracting an STD.
So let's say it became illegal to treat chlamydia in a state. They said, "Hey, you're not going to treat chlamydia. If you get chlamydia, you know, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have it forever." You'd be cool with that?
Though that would be bizarre, and I would question how a law like that would get enough popular support. But
Well, it's a
if
hypothetical.
should it ever happen, I would find that strange.
Okay, interesting. Then it'd be strange. Why?
I don't know why people would not want a treatable disease treated. Like I
Well,
don't know I don't know the medical reason for it or the public health or the societal benefit of it. And but I also don't understand the political reason for it. Like what crowd is it even trying to appeal to?
well, yeah. I mean, it's not a perfect example, but I guess I was just trying to come up with one that was perhaps another example of sex that we treat and no one's questioning about your right to have a medical procedure to treat that. And but yeah, but again, it's not. I didn't think it through entirely, obviously.
I think their war and their grievance is against nature and biology, not us, not society, not people. And I feel the same with the trans issue. If they have an issue with their bodies or that's nature. Nobody did that to them. And if they don't like being like playing that reproductive role in the species, nature put them there. Like nature did that, and
Nature
so
did what? Got him pregnant, or chlamydia
made
wasn't
them
talking
female and made them like put them in that biological role, whether they like it or not. Where if they have sex and get pregnant, a kid will result, etc. And so they're where they should be directing their resentment and frustration is toward nature. It's like they have a hard time accepting
about?
natural reality.
Well, I
Either
mean,
their role as mother or childbearer or their biological body in the
mhm.
case of transition.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say, oh, pink eye is natural, and you should be allowed. You should just like that's just a,
Well, but
a risk of
pink
having
eye is
eye.
a disease, but pregnancy is not a disease.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it can be analogized to a disease as perfectly as you
Oh, sure.
suggest.
I'll give you that. You know, the ones like a bacteria for perhaps, and you know, a pregnancy isn't. But could they both not be dangerous to the person that, you know, they affect?
Yes, and if a pregnancy is dangerous, I think that should be evaluated on a case by case basis between the mother and her medical team.
Okay. So a person should, and I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just thinking this through. So again, I'm not coming at nobody, but like a person should have the right to choose whether or not a bacteria affects their eye. Hey, what's up, B-More? A bacteria affects their eye, but and it's living off of their body inside their eye, but they shouldn't have that right when it becomes a baby.
Well, but they didn't. Yeah, it's two different
One's a choice, one
situations to
isn't.
me. It's not the
One's a
same set
choice.
of rights.
Yeah.
Okay.
One
And you
involves
don't
a
like
living
you
being.
have to do something to get a baby. You don't necessarily seek out the bacteria. I mean, you can if you want pink eye, you could go try to find a way to get it. But most women don't seek out pink eye. It just happens to them. A pregnancy, they have to take some kind of action to make happen.
Okay. Fair enough.
So
Hello
there's some
to
agency
Wendy in the
involved.
chat. Good to see you. Hello, Wendy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Busker.
Okay. And, okay. Well, how about this one? And I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Well, I heard like you said I think someone said that the father should be involved more than they should have rights or something like that.
Absolutely.
What if there was a way? And again, it's a little bit silly, but what if there was a way that science said, okay, well then you have to we're going to take this fetus out of her and put it in you, and you have to bring it to term. Like, I know that's not possible, but but what if it were? Would that be a fair?
If that were a realistic option, like in the future, we could like legitimately offer that as an option, and a father could opt to carry the baby himself instead of abort, I would have no problem with that. I don't think
Men would do it better. Male seahorses have babies. Male seahorses give birth.
What?
Yeah, I would be willing to give men a try. Like if a man's willing to take the child into and take it to term, like that's devotion. Like I would be
That's
more
called bizarre. That's called
less.
bizarre.
Male
Find
seahorses.
another female.
Sterling, male seahorses give birth. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
They do. They're the ones that get pregnant. But I wanted to ask Jeff, is this show about mental illness, ADHD? I read the hashtags, and I'm just wondering if
all of that.
if
Most of us,
that way.
I'd say the majority of us are neurodivergent some kind of way. ADHD, autism spectrum.
Are you on the spectrum?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Is rocking part of the spectrum? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm not. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
I don't even notice that I do it. I'm not even aware I do it.
I did that one time actually, like years ago for a while. But I was just, it was anxiety. It wasn't autism.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That makes sense.
It was like I had an anxiety issue. So I was curious if it was related or something, or.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, like, think about like it might be some kind of feeling inside. I mean, I can't speak for Jeff, but do you think it's a feeling inside you that just is kind of like in the background, and that's why you have that, and it goes along with the spectrum? But I wonder if they're correlated or something. I mean, when you're usually like not having anything going on, do you usually go like this?
Mm-hmm. I sit by myself in this room all day long and watch.
Really?
Like when I'm watching TV, doing this.
Oh man, that's like
I've broken so many like rocking chairs and recliners. My mom could not keep recliners because they last maybe a year or two, and then she'd have to replace it.
Really? Oh wow.
I wanted to be. I'm not kidding. When I was young, like a teenager, if I wanted to be a rocking chair tester, if there was a career where they needed humans to sit in rocking chairs for like 8 hours a day and test them for durability, I wanted that job.
Rocking chair tester.
You can work at like Cracker Barrel or something like out front, or
Cracker Barrel.
I don't even know if there is a job like that, but I'd be perfect for it. I could.
I've never been to Cracker Barrel. They don't have that here. Is that just for crackers?
No, it's like a gift shop / truck stop convenience store, but restaurant.
They also make cheddar cheese. They have that in the store.
Oh,
I've had the store.
I've had their cheddar cheese.
Yeah,
they have that in Canada. They don't
to the actual restaurant. I always wondered that.
I want to go to the restaurant and have some bacon and eggs or something.
It's I mean, I haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in decades. I had a friend that worked there for a little while. It's good. To me, it's trucks. This is more of a truck stoppy feel than any kind of like down homey personal.
Yeah, it kind of does.
feel. It just seems like a chain, like any other chain.
It's
Just
kind of like
themed.
Denny's or IHOP or something.
Yeah, or like
okay.
Stuckey's or one of those places.
I've been to Denny's when I went to Florida a long time ago. I remember there was a Denny's there.
Provo is in the chat.
I don't know what
Provo,
Provo's
as
issue is with
usual.
me. What's wrong, Provo?
If he doesn't have drama with somebody, he makes it up so that he can have content. Well, people have the right to say the N-word.
I don't say the N-word. I
He's
don't
never
say
said
nice
it to
very
me,
often.
and he's never said it on my panel.
I don't like the word nice that much. I mean, it's a pretty empty word, the N-word, nice. So I don't
Yeah,
say
I
nice
agree.
too much. Hey, Hank,
Yeah, I
what's
agree
up?
with you.
What's up?
Hey,
Got the
Hank.
banana outfit on again. Banana
Yeah,
outfit.
yeah. And I took the banana boy monitor you gave me. I liked it. I used it on the ladies and they liked it too.
And you got a color for every day of the week, don't you, man? That's crazy.
You don't have
He's
green.
black and yellow like a big school bus.
All right, Provo, I'm gonna have to start.
That's pretty. I think that's pretty awesome, Hank. I dig it. Totally.
Hank looks like a pimp today.
Yeah, I do.
He does.
Too.
Anyway, I don't mind Hank. He's all right. We get along.
Yeah, Hank's quite the man around here.
Hank, for sure.
I even get along with that Joe Cool guy. He's funny.
I love Mr. Joe.
He's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if he likes white people though. I think Joe's kind of anti-white.
Well, he
So cool.
sure hangs out with a lot of them.
Well,
all day long.
his current girlfriend's white, so he's okay in some context.
Okay. I met him once. He seemed like a nice guy.
You what?
Joe Cool seemed like a nice guy.
But well, I mean, he's
Yeah, he tries to come to all my
You-
panels when I have
I
it.
guess you like him or hate him. He's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah. Who is?
So cool. He's mine.
Sterling is. We can hear him, or I can hear him. I think.
I might have
Hello,
been
Louise.
for a second.
Beautiful
Yeah.
Louise. Hello.
Yeah, Sterling, thank you for getting my email address so you can send me more information on traveling.
Yeah, sorry. It's like a burner account, so I don't check it every day. But I just remembered I will check it and get back to you.
Okay.
But no. I'm sorry. It's Jeff, right?
Yeah. You can call me Jeff.
Okay, cool. You said something interesting that people have the right to say the N-word.
In America, at least. I don't know about other countries. Canada, maybe not.
Here
Okay.
too, actually. They say nice too much around here, the N-word. Every Canadian thinks they're so nice. I don't
No.
like that word nice. That N-word.
I know. I
don't
felt the
like.
way growing up in the South. It was the same way.
They say sorry here for everything. You bump into them and they'll be like, sorry. It's
So
like,
rude.
that was
That's
my fault, I ran you over and you knocked you down. Like, why are you telling me sorry? I don't get it. I don't understand these Canadians.
Out here in Baltimore, it's the word cracker is fully acceptable. Totally.
Yeah,
What?
I use cracker.
I know.
We
but
used
like,
to use it all the time in the
if-
AOL days.
See, like that's the whole thing. You can't use the N word, but they can use the C word. That's
Really?
what I found in Baltimore.
You can use the N word.
No, I'm talking about
There might be
like
consequences, but
You
you
can
can
be
use it.
called a cracker over and over again. I've been called cracker so many times in Baltimore, but God forbid if I said the N word, and I don't want to. But God, that's the whole.
I didn't know there's white people living in Baltimore. This is news to me.
I live in the outskirts and
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Plenty of white people in Baltimore, dude. It's
Really?
it's a big cluster
Shit.
of races. But
maybe I should drive to Baltimore next. I have time.
in the inner city, there's young black males whom, for the most part, are not savory people, to put
Wow.
it lightly.
Okay.
But I'm not
is it-
racist at all.
Is it? I know you're not racist. Is this
Yeah.
Provo guy on drugs? He says cracker doesn't hurt anyone's feelings.
No, he's just an autist.
He's an artist.
Nothing
Artist.
hurts anyone's feelings.
I'm an
without
artist.
their
I'm an artist,
participation
actually.
in it.
Yeah, it's not about hurting feelings. It's about the double standard. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I agree with you. There shouldn't be these double standards in society.
Yeah.
I agree too. I want to legalize all N-words.
It is
Do I-
legal.
Hey, Hank, do I get an N-word?
I don't know.
pass?
Don't test it on this channel, please. 'cause
Hank,
I
no,
wanna-
I
Hey,
won't. No,
Yeah,
that's
test
not
on my
legal.
channel. I don't care as much.
Okay, Hank, but Hank, do I get an
Or
N-word
Tommy's
pass?
channel.
Tommy
test out
tests
with
it all
Tommy's
the
channel.
time.
He likes it there.
Hank, do I get an N-word pass?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, Carmen. Good to see you. I know a lot of
Yeah,
the people
welcome,
coming
Carmen.
over here. Jeff, I
Yeah, these are all
advertised your
new
channel
people.
for you.
Great to see. Welcome.
I
everyone.
advertised your channel for you. I brought some people with me.
Oh, well, thank
So-
you. We're trying to grow it.
Yeah, you're gonna get some.
We're having a party.
No, Stephen,
Yay.
what you don't know is that Gen X Jeff is my real Panelverse daddy. So
Oh my God. Wait, were you not on the Panelverse before me?
well, I was on before you, but I wasn't super active. I was just a peanut lover. I wasn't a
Okay, because I met you in like on one of the channels.
yeah. You
somewhere,
met
and then we
me in
like, started hanging out from there.
the other
but-
Paul's town, PF
Oh,
Young.
okay. I guess
Yeah.
I am your drag daddy, panel daddy.
Yeah, so I wasn't super
Drag
active.
daddy.
But we
till
have to
I
talk
came
about
up
those
with you.
outfits if that's the case.
Drag daddy.
Crack Daddy. Oh my goodness. What is going on here?
Provo, I think you're like locked in a
I think Provo's
fixation mood.
obsessed
Nobody
with me.
cares.
What is going on? Provo's like
Nobody
a
Get in here,
fan.
Provo.
Provo,
Yeah,
why
come
are you
up.
my super fan? You're obsessed with me.
Hmm.
I don't mind Hank. We're getting along now, me and Hank. I'm sending him a high five right now. I'm giving him a high five.
Okay.
There we go.
Jeff, you said that it's legal to say that, I think, or something like that. And would you allow it on your panel, or?
It's been said on panels before. It's probably been said on this stream once or twice by a random troll here or there. I don't want to push it too much with YouTube, especially when we're not monetized yet, and we're trying to get monetized.
I could help you get monetized.
Oh, really? How?
I could help your channel grow just by bringing people here.
Because we
Getting more
we
subs.
we're about halfway there. We're at about 250.
Getting more subs.
2,500.
Getting more
And
subs.
what about the watch out? What about the watch hours?
Hey,
We have all our watch. We have all the other metrics except for the.
I'm gonna
subscriber
call a friend and tell him to sub to you. I'll be right.
but no like bots or Filipino.
I've got a bigger channel. I
Factories
got
are-
3,300 subs. So it's not tiny. It's new, but it's growing.
Yeah, and we want like cool people and real people and all that. So not just random internet people. Thanks, Carmen.
I've got high quality thinkers on. Hank knows that. Hank, I wanted to ask you, do you believe in reparations in terms of slavery or Southern slavery?
Well, yeah, technically I do, but there's more interesting things to get reparations for. That's been a couple hundred years, and there's plenty of things that happened more recently that we have a more connected chain of trust that people, not just Black people, deserve reparations for.
But then should white people get reparations like Irish people and Slavic people for the slavery, the Muslim slave trade, the Barbary slave trade, which was way larger than the Atlantic slave trade?
Yeah, ideally, yes, but we don't have a connected chain of trust, and there's things that happened more recently that people deserve reparations for, such as binding arbitration agreements. People need reparations for those because megacorps think people don't deserve their justice. So we should cut those contracts out and let people continue to use the court systems we pay for tax money. if you want to.
Did you know that the Atlantic slave trade was run by Africans and Jewish people, and that slavery was abolished by British people? The
The British
abolitionists.
Christians. Yeah, British Christians abolished slavery. That's correct.
Yes, at great expense. It was just paid off recently. The debt that they borrowed money to fight slavery was just paid off recently. There were generations of British people paying to, stop these slave traders and slave ships, and they used the British Navy. I mean, it was very expensive to lives and to the fortune of the country. So I don't know. I don't really believe in reparations. I don't think that people today should be paid for what people went through hundreds of years ago.
I don't
Yeah.
I
either.
just think we should kind of start from scratch or start over and go from here. That's what I think.
Yeah, for hundreds of years ago, once we don't have a completely connected chain of trust. We don't know who owes who what, but we definitely have things that people screwed other people for that deserve reparations. More recently, that we
What would
know.
you give reparations for?
What would I give reparations for?
Yeah, that's more recent. What would you? What would be a better thing to give?
Yeah,
reparations?
so there's
People that
there's a whole
didn't vote
bunch of
for Biden,
copyright.
did they
Yeah,
get
there's a whole
money?
bunch of copyright issues that like copyright's been exploited to censor people. Reparations for that. Binding, we call it binding mandatory arbitration agreement. I would nullify those. And what else? Those are my big ones right now. The copyright and binding mandatory arbitration. Deserve reparations and probably towards the people rather than towards the megacorps. Because we have our culture bought and paid for, and we don't have access to all the things we should. So
I don't need the money, but I could use some reparations. I think people should get reparations for all these woke people and the rainbow mafia, the LGBT crew, and all this oppression of free speech that are trying to muzzle us and censor us. I think that modern people should get reparations for the 2020 scam and having to wear masks and being forced to do this stuff. I'd
Yes.
like some reparations for all the bullshit that's
Amen.
gone on recent years.
yeah, in fact, I'm in the Unitarian Universalist Church. That's where a lot of LGBT people are, and I'm changing their culture from the inside out to focus on my issues. So
I call them LGVD, just not to get in trouble on YouTube.
What's
LGVD.
the D?
LGVD. VD is venereal disease.
Oh, VD, LGBT.
VD, yeah, at the end. So, LG, the television brand. LG, and then VD. So, yeah,
pretty good.
not bad,
I think what's his name? Dick Mason calls them Little Buddha for the same reason. I need to pay him.
Yeah,
a visit.
welcome, Lanza. Hey.
Oh, hey. How's everybody doing today? Good day.
Hey, Adam.
Good. We're talking about, I don't know what, racism or something.
Can autistic people be racist?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So they don't get a pass just because they're autistic.
No, I get past because
No, but
I
racism is not a crime. Discrimination is, and we already have laws in place for that and enforcement mechanisms. But you can't control how people think or feel about any particular individual or group.
Yeah,
I don't think as a society we should even be trying to.
I agree. I mean, I don't think I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's pretty natural. The word racism is relatively new. It was only invented decades ago. It's a Marxist term. It's basically a control term. It wasn't around 300 years ago. Nobody used the word racist. It didn't exist. These are recent words.
Provo,
just like
if he
transphobe.
does it here, then he won't come back. And he does. I mean, he seems like he has good intentions and good faith. If he's here to,
I was here already.
bomb
Why
us,
is Provo
he's doing
so
a
worried?
great job at fooling me.
Why is
Yeah.
Provo so worried? What's his issue with me?
No, I think he believes you're an autist and you take his position. But here's the problem, Provo. I'm the queen autist here, so you don't have the position to speak to that because you don't come up
The
enough.
queen autist. What?
Oh, my little Hercules.
Yo, they call you the queen bee because you're black.
Maybe.
Bumblebee, black and yellow.
Black and yellow, yeah.
So I approve of King Stephen being here. I approve on Illuminati being here if he ever shows up, as long as he doesn't dominate the panel like he always
He
does.
could show up. You're not coming on.
I just came here to talk and make friends, everyone.
Steven's not a spurt. Steven seems to be able to control it. Tommy is not able to control what comes out of his mouth when he gets activated. And that's why I can't risk having someone like Tommy on.
Provo, are you in love with me? Do you have a crush on me? Every comment is about me. This is incredible. I don't even know who you are. I don't know who you are.
No, I thought you guys knew each other and had beef.
I know both of them.
I don't know Provo whatsoever. What is going on here?
Yeah, he has.
It's not a big deal. They're just focused on whatever the opposite of whatever I say is true.
Yeah, he's a troll. He's trying to promote
Okay.
content.
This isn't Provo. This is a.
I was gonna
realm, not a
delete him,
planet.
but I thought it was better to just leave him up so he could, like, the record could see how.
Provo's
Yeah.
spurging in the
clowning
chat
himself.
room. What is
Yeah.
spurg?
But
What
he
is-
confirmed that my power levels are higher than his.
Bro, you want to know what to me kind of I thought about this. Maybe other people have said this or heard this. I don't go on the internet to like what I don't hear. Like, I'm not on Facebook and all that meme shit really, but that like pure white light or whatever, if it's goes through that prism and then you see all the different colors, that technically that makes the light technically retarded because it is going slower.
Is that a physics term?
Yes, it is.
It's one I came up with. If no
retarded.
one's ever heard it, like I mean,
Actually
fuck, maybe I need
like,
to start
slow
writing.
down.
Retarded light?
Yeah,
Retarded light.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
he's-
like, because like blue is, or wait, is it? Yeah, blue is less retarded than red
yeah.
Is this
yes,
you
you're technically
like,
right
putting
physically,
a spin on
yes.
the, or
in the spectrum that
seen
we
this?
see, maybe. But that's if you trust what we see, which is funny that it's all based on that anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
we
so-
see with human eyeballs. It's not going to capture all of reality as it actually exists. It's
We
just
don't
gonna
see with
capture what
retarded
humans are
eyeballs,
evolved to
though.
perceive.
Well, perception is about lenses. It's like if you want to perceive certain things, you have to acquire certain lenses. That's why you can't just
Right,
wake up and
we
build
are
a house. You
stuck
have to
with a
acquire
human
those.
lens. We have a human lens.
Well,
and
not
that's
just
what we
not
Guys,
just
I'm fighting for no
lenses,
reason, to be
skulls and
honest.
bars. Receptors count too. So we don't have as many receptors as birds do. So we lose some of the color spectrum relatively.
It's okay
Plus,
to
when
talk
we
about
shit, it isn't
color.
black and white.
Well, it's okay to talk about color, is what you're saying.
This would be
Adam.
spurging or close to it.
I'm not. I mean, you can interpret things because you're obviously a smart individual, but I mean, I would like to just kind of leave what I say. Yeah, up to your interpretation. That's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Well, we like demons around here, Arpo. Man, you brought a lot of fans, but you have a lot of enemies.
Hey, Provo, if you're running your show now, it doesn't mean you can't be on this show too. You just
The only
can't
thing
focus-
Provo is running his mouth.
Yeah. So you could, if you have StreamYard running, you can be on both shows at the same time. OTW does it. I did it before. It works.
I have seen Provo run the show from chats before. I mean, it's not an uncommon sight, you know.
Well,
I've seen him do that more than I've seen elk in the wild.
He's
But not more than all the pigeons and seagulls you see at like yucky beaches and shit like that.
Yeah, Arpo, I don't care if Steven is a demon troll. I literally rewatched Bible Black Night of the Wall of Purges on my way back from the eclipse, so it's not a big deal to me. It was a 4-hour trip back because of the traffic that I managed to get through it as a straight shot.
You saw it in person, live?
Oh, absolutely. I got.
Oh, that's right. You were gonna post. Did you get those videos posted? I could put a link.
It's not just videos. I have a bunch of pictures too, so I had to organize them still,
Oh, okay.
and I pretty much took a nap.
Sorry,
I don't have them up yet.
I didn't mean to like. I know I kind of do a thing when I get here and shit, but whatever you guys were talking about before too was cool too. I didn't really hear it, but
I didn't. You just pick a topic.
I barely remember what
I
was
feel like I
saying.
have to address this. I'm not a demon. I'm not a troll. I didn't create the eclipse. I can't take credit for the eclipse, and I don't wipe my ass with the Bible, so I'm not a demon troll. I try to respect Christians and people of different faiths. I'm not religious, but I try not to be an asshole or a hater towards them, like what I'm seeing in the chat room. These Provo, you're a real hater. I mean, I don't know why you have such an issue with me.
I
Oh,
don't even know who's
I
hating,
tried
honestly.
to
Like,
stop
I didn't
you,
hear any hate
Provo.
until you brought it up. I mean,
yeah.
you know, respectively.
Checkmated yourself.
That's just my perception, though, which is duality.
Yeah. So Provo's an LDS guy, and they have some, I guess, borderline hate mandated by his church.
Oh, he wears
I
the
would like him
magical
to come
underwear.
and answer, but he doesn't feel like it right
Now
now.
he's punching down on Down syndrome.
Does Provo wear the magical underwear? Is that what's going on?
I haven't checked.
I
Okay.
can only imagine
LDS.
what kind of underwear Provo has on.
Mormon LDS magical underwear. Provo, don't be so angry at me. Bow down to the king.
Yeah, like
Provo's
regardless of
live
the
right
history,
now.
Stephen is the one modeling civility right now. So take your cue.
I'll speak with anybody. I don't care if they're religious, a Satanist, LDS, autistic. I embrace everybody. I try to love everybody and treat them with respect and treat them the way that they treat me.
But like Provo's got like the blueprint. He's got the architect. He's the architect. He's got all that shit. And so does Hank, and so does everyone else if they want it. But
The architect.
yeah.
Huh. From the Matrix?
No, I don't. I actually never seen The Matrix, man.
Oh,
But-
okay. I was thinking there's an architect character in the Matrix.
Well, yeah, architects are architecture, texture of the arc. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to be like talked about in that area. Why not?
Have you seen my channel, Adam? I go into the Matrix stuff on my channel. The Sanity
I have
Machine.
not.
Okay.
Here, I'll put a link.
Have you seen? You seriously never talked to Provo. I think you have. I think you're.
No, I don't recall ever seeing him anywhere. He hasn't been on my
Huh.
channel.
Yeah, he
So-
was
Well,
on.
that's kind of a
FlowState,
privilege
and
too,
Steven
in a way.
doesn't go to FlowState often.
I just
FlowState
my
and Machine Lies.
reputation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of haters on here that see me on panels and they just follow me around, I guess.
I mean, you've been
That
on
kinda
this
sucks.
channel before, and I've never had an issue. We had a perfectly civil conversation. So whatever they're talking about, I haven't seen for myself.
Thanks for sharing my channel, Jeff. I appreciate it. I did share yours, by the way. I'm gonna try to bring some people over here.
Oh well, thank you. That's what we're looking for.
The article claims that King Stephen has had Provo planted on himself. I can't confirm or deny at the moment.
Oh, you guys were
I don't-
talking about reparations when I came up,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And Hank
Oh,
was
okay,
saying
sorry,
like,
my
you
bad.
could give it for stuff other than slavery.
and Provo
That
had to
makes
take
more
the
sense.
show for 5 minutes from the chat.
But yeah, but y'all are feeding him too. Like I guess I am too. So yeah, in a way, he is snatching the mic now and then. I'm gonna ignore
I
it.
mean, dude, like, what are you trying to repair with these Asians, though? I'm just wondering, with these reparations, what's the point? Like, what's the goal?
We support.
You just turn their game on them,
and
bro.
We shouldn't do that. That's what we
You
try to
just turn their
repair.
game on them. You catch them, and you put them on a website, and the website is scammerlosers.com or something that has to do where people will actually search it, and then they're gonna not want to be on that list. Like, instead of just pretending like yesterday didn't happen and they can lie again today and then do the same thing for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
In some
Yeah,
cases,
yeah.
you
I
just
actually
gotta
had the
put them
domain
on an actual website, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
I'll pay half of it. You got, what is it, $8 a month? Half of it,
Well, I could keep paying for all of it.
dude. I
But
will
that's
help
just
you
a
find every single
domain name. I
scammer.
actually have the registered binding. BMA blacklist, I think, or binding mentor arbitration blacklist.com. so I can't host a website as soon as I relearn the modern web development stuff because that changes like every week. So I had to relearn it because I haven't been doing it. I haven't been keeping up with it. So I had to relearn it from this point in time because it changes like every 2 weeks. So I need to relearn modern web design and web hosting practices. I need to read that Google book I bought. I think that that was free. That Google.
Like if someone's actually scamming, bro, put them on a website and they literally cannot.
I mean, they probably have all that.
They have no defense if they are actually scamming.
So
they probably have scam buster websites. They probably had this for a while.
Well, here's the thing. I'm in a dispute with my service contract providing company. What's it called? What is the name? Allstate, because they didn't service my camera and refusing to service my parts of my car. So I actually sent them a demand letter, which they received last week, and I'm waiting for a response back.
Do you know any paralegals or like Do you know any
my
paralegals
sister's
or like
one.
personal injury attorneys or anything?
I don't know any personal injury attorneys. Right, then technically I do because I have a list of them that I got from a legal insurance from work. So I have access to them. But the only one I know personally is my sister.
I'm just saying there's like a slang term for Allstate. There's two that I know of called All Snake and Stall State. That's what they're known for. So if you just find a lawyer who knows that and you'll be good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I said this earlier. I think I did. I'm a Canadian. I'm not an American. So reparations wouldn't even affect me in terms of, if that happened in the American South but what I want to say to that is I would sponsor a child in Africa, like through World Vision or something, but that's not the same as reparations, but it would be feeding a poor child. Mm-hmm. I recommend people put food in bellies and give to food banks, give to the needy, rather than give to people that just want to be greedy.
That's true.
I do believe in giving to the needy. So
not the greedy.
Not the greedy.
Because I'll tell you why. Can I tell you guys why I believe in that? Like for real? Because they say seeing is believing. Okay, now I don't know if that's true or not, but most people say that shit and they kind of take it to heart. So if you see Michael Jordan dunk from the free throw line, you're going to be like, holy shit, I never knew that was possible. I could possibly do that. So it actually sparks inspiration. Yes.
Some people have seen Stevie Wonder drive a truck. I'm not kidding. It's on YouTube. They swear that Stevie Wonder can see
an airplane. Yeah,
videos that you can see, but seeing is believing, even for Stevie Wonder.
Yo, I want to see Stevie Wonder playing poker.
He plays basketball. I'm sure he could play poker.
They have him playing the piano too.
Stevie,
it's someone that looks like Stevie.
It's a conspiracy, but Stevie Wonder can see.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you.
A new conspiracy.
It's true, Jeff.
Things were getting a little stale around here.
Angie doesn't like me in the chat. She said that I brought the riffraff. I didn't.
He's faking blind for celebrity, like for popular.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's
like that was his
musical genius.
Actually, you know what he's doing is he's telling the truth because a lot of these people walking around sleeping with two eyes open nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
I agree too.
He's just like, yo, you're gonna tell me I'm a slave for real, and I'm black. Like that's, let's talk about reparations later. But like, I'll just own it then. If you're gonna tell me I'm a blind slave who will accept whatever you tell me, then I get.
Stevie's worth millions. I'm not giving him reparations. I wouldn't. I would give to the needy though. I believe in giving to the needy.
But do they have to be black or you give to any?
No, I don't discriminate. They could be white, they could be yellow, they could be red, they could be any color. It doesn't go by color.
Yeah, it's a
white people too.
It's a funny fantasy to imagine. Yeah. Like, what do you? I mean, like,
poverty knows no color,
man. Real reparations is every IMF bank doesn't doesn't cause wars anymore or something.
Poverty
like that.
knows
Yes.
no color. There's poor people everywhere in this realm. There was slavery worldwide.
I don't know why they try to racialize it and not just address it as
for
poverty.
power, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
it's called
that's
divide
one of it,
and
yeah.
conquer. So that's why they racialize it, so to get people fighting each other instead of them.
Which, if you spot that tactic, you can exploit how stupid they sound and how unintelligent they sound and how many, potential.
Even Rod, wait, hey, were you alive, Adam? I don't know how young you are, but in the early '90s, there was the LA riots, and there was a guy
Rodney
named
King?
Rodney King, and he said, "Can't we all just get along?" Like, I mean, he was right. Can't we just get along? Like, black and white, yellow, red. I've had sex with women of all types of races and ethnicities, different states, countries. What's wrong with that? You know, I'm not. You're not
I don't
against
think
that, are
anybody
you?
came up here personally is persecuting you for that specific reason you just brought up.
No, I know.
Yeah. I do that too.
I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate, is what I'm saying. I don't look at their skin color and say, "Oh no, she's not sexy because she's this color." I don't do that. So I'm not a racist like they're claiming in the
All right,
in the
here's
chat
one
room.
thing.
With some of these people, I probably slept with some of their
Change your
mothers.
top chat to live chat. That make your chat look so much cleaner. So change top chat to live chat. I don't know why YouTube invented top chat. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I might have had sex with some of their mothers in the chat, like FlowState's mom. I don't know, like possible.
It's from Joshua.
So guys, in terms of anything getting done, either individually or two-way street or possibly more, communication is absolutely paramount. Period. End of story. I don't, I guess maybe if you have some crazy theory I can't conceive
Paramount's
of
a
yet.
movie studio too.
Yeah, and so like communication is just the most important thing. So if I was going to try to control everybody, I would assume personal subjective feelings to certain words that are somehow able to emotionally disregard logic, but also produce blame and resentment, which then controls my memory. And if I'm not really in control of my own memory because I don't have a personal vision anymore because of everything I've been told in life was half-assed sort of, then my memory would be controlled by definitions that are of man's, some would say manipulative doing on top of just what would happen if communication was actually fucking correct.
I have no idea. I don't know I don't know. You lost me.
Good, that lets me know
You
where I'm
lost
at.
me too, but only because I got distracted by the comments.
You lost me too, actually. It sounded like
There was
salad.
nothing in there you guys can recall. For real.
I kept track of it.
There were no thoughts that were sparked at all.
Need some salad dressing with that word salad. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, because communication.
I remember talking about Michael
communication is so
Jackson
important. You guys are like, I didn't
basketball.
hear anything you said.
I didn't say that.
All right, so dude, the bar is this, dude. The bar is respect. Okay, if you want to get better at something, if you expect to get better at something, you must respect it. Like, it's just a thing. I didn't make it up. I'm just saying it. So that's where the whole false idol thing comes in, because you're going to worship a bunch of shit that is built upon the sand.
Okay, now I get it. That makes sense. All right, thank you for clarifying that. I get it now.
And old Joe wants to
hashtag
come up
respect.
and talk about God if anybody's up for a conversation about him, her, it.
Always. I'm always willing to open to talk about God. So
no, Joe Colt.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Joe, you can come up.
other Joe, you can also come up.
Yeah, Joe Cool.
I summoned Joe Cool.
We need you for this one. All right, here is Joe.
Bro, Joe. Oh, there. That's Sean, bro, isn't it?
Another Canadian.
How can you guys hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
I hear you fine.
Perfect.
100%.
Okay, so we had a good discussion yesterday, and I don't want to take any more than a couple minutes to do this because things have changed for me, and I'm going to have to step away from the internet and the panel, all panels for a bit
Are
here.
you
But
pregnant?
I really want to leave. I really want to. What was that? Sorry.
Are you pregnant? What happened?
Yeah,
We
I
were
got
talking
pregnant.
about pregnancy earlier.
Yeah, so
Thanks God to him.
His
I'm dealing with
girlfriend
that.
wanted an abortion, and so he had
He's
to carry
taking
the
it on himself.
We talked about that. We talked
You
about
in
that.
trouble?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
So I wanted to leave the God discussion on a note that I'd like everybody to consider, because representing your position on God and my position on God and whether God exists, extremely difficult to do in this context. And after we talked yesterday, I went and looked at what a few of the other famous thinkers in history had thought about God. In particular, I picked Albert Einstein. So what he said in terms of God is, he said what was important to him was whether God had any choice in the creation of the universe or not. So I'd like everybody that listened who's interested to consider that to start with, because I think that's the question that we were addressing on the panel and that we kept coming back to. And the last piece, before I go, I will say is, it seems to me that organized religions, Bibles, had access to information in some cases that they shouldn't have. I'll give you a specific example for anyone who chooses to look it up. The Bible made very specific claims about both average life expectancy and maximum human lifetime. And the numbers are in there. It's not just in terms of something that's vague. So what I suggest
numbers?
that the numbers that are in the Bible are an average lifespan between 70 and 80 years,
Okay.
a maximum lifespan of 120 years.
Okay.
Now,
And
what I would suggest people do is go look up when that was written and see what the lifespans looked like at that time, both maximum and average.
Well, here's the issue. Noah lived much longer than that, and so did Adam. So
you can decide whether the person who wrote, you take the view that the person that wrote that was human, was fallible. That passage was written about 3,000 years ago, or a little over.
It's in the Bible, and it was written 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, there's a couple of versions. Some passages in the Bible are actually far older than that. And if you take the view that some of them were plagiarized, they could be very old. But anyways,
where's this passage in the Bible if we wanted to look at it?
Just look up how long does it take, a Bible life expectancy for human beings.
Okay, I'm looking up right now.
See if the numbers you come up with make sense in terms of life expectancy and maximum lifetime at the time they were written.
Okay.
Or now. That's all I'm going to say. And then I'm going to say thank you very much for having me on the panel. I've really enjoyed the discussions, and I think that you guys should continue them.
Joe, is this a temporary thing?
It has to be at least a number of months. I have something I have to do. It's going to require all these conversations may be easy for you guys, but they require a lot of emotional and mental energy for me. Like, I was up last night until 5 o'clock in the morning. So I got to apply my focus to getting some things done, and then you might see me back.
100% get it. Yeah. Well, I hope we do. You're always welcome here. It was a pleasure spending the last week or so with you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, see you in a month.
Take care, sir. Respect.
See you later.
So if I started
the God thing, like, did God have a choice in creating the universe?
It depends on which God you're talking about.
Yeah, that's hard for me as
it's a loaded question, isn't it?
It's a loaded question. No, it's not.
Psychology of a being that I don't believe exists.
Well, yeah. So we're talking about the Ruliad God. My God, I would say yes. But we're talking about these lesser gods, then that's debatable depending on how much choice entities in the universe has.
Well, I would say I said it was loaded, and I could be wrong just because my initial reaction was that there is a God and that there is a creation. So like, I mean, like when you ask, did God have a choice in creation? Like, I feel like it's loaded with those two things in there. It's already packed in there that those things are.
So like God didn't precede creation? God and creation were the same event?
Huh? I mean, like, I'm not sure that anything that it was created or that there is a God. You see, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand your question.
Is God the creator? Did God come first and then create?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. But so when you ask, did God have a choice? It's kind of loaded that God is real in some form. It's not. It's kind of
Yeah. That's where I struggle with it. It's hard.
I would say no.
Where's the proof that God's real? I don't see any proof.
Where I'm
of
good
God.
at things, at least I think, is I don't know,
Mhm.
seeing these personal parallels to big stories, right? Like how does it apply, but how could it be explained somehow in my real life, right?
Okay.
I forgot what my point was.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That makes most sense to me. You use it as some kind of
What was the thing?
practice.
What was the problem? Oh, the
It is.
creation at the same
It is
time.
possible that God always.
Here's my point. Here's my point. Sorry, guys. Is that like did the creator have a choice, right? So like if you take that in personally, you are a creator to an extent, an author to an extent. You have free will to an extent, and the things that you create, I'm not even saying physically, because before they have to exist physically, there has to be some consent mentally. In most cases, I don't know. So what you create in your mind, did you have a choice? It's the same question. It's just reflected. And all of it, like the biggest choice you can have, dude, is action. It's movement in time. Like movement is really time. It's like time is time, right? But if you're moving in it, you're being active in it. That's a different, like that's a higher version of time, in my
And
opinion.
no, it's not a higher version of time. That's literally the definition of time. That there's movement, to change. So you
Well,
can't
there's
have time
movement
without
regardless
change.
of if you move. But I understand that, because I'm talking about choice, right? So
I guess.
so we're talking about, was there a choice? And I'm saying that yes, there is a choice, but that's just me.
God could have not created and just sat there and did his own thing.
There could not be a God.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you can think
yeah,
if God really was this all perfect, all encapsulated thing, you could argue that it was the moment that he became self-aware of himself, is that when all creation existed at that moment.
Yeah, if
self-aware of one's own personal creation, dude. Like we have these glass prisons and shit around our head, based on beliefs that were based on systems that other people that trust is,
or just our
fronted.
personal experiences throughout
We
life.
trust, we outsource
accumulate.
trust, and that's what's being taken advantage of. Clearly, it's not a hamburger today for $1 today. It's they'll give you.
Who are you trusting? You're trusting the wrong people. Who are you trusting?
No, I'm saying, dude, the system this is the entire system.
I don't think it is.
You don't think stock markets are based on trust? You don't think?
I don't. Yeah, but I don't think.
Well, if the stock market changes enough points, dude, people die, bro. People die. People die if the stock market goes down 10%. People die.
But people die from all kinds of things.
I understand, but I'm showing how it's interconnected.
Right, but that's not happening. So the trust is working.
I don't see how that ties into a God and creation.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because it's a creation of. It is somebody's creation, correct? That created, like some people created this, correct? Like it didn't just, you weren't born under an IMF bank, right? Like for real, like unless someone else created it, right?
Well, or it emerged or evolved, like historically.
Dude, I'll tell you the biggest problem right now. People are literally living in amnesia. Look up amnesia and figure out what loss of memory and not understanding vision, because of they've just their interface has accepted so much digital whatever, like
what are we
images
supposed
and shit
to remember that's going to counter that?
What stocks is God buying?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
So this is how I think of it. You know how like we've all prayed before. And we've all had like really true feelings, like and also sometimes we wonder, like, is anybody really listening?
Really true feelings. That's an interesting statement. really truth.
Yeah, I don't
to
think
it.
it's that big to get hung up on. But if you can't handle where I'm going to go,
What
with
is
it,
the
then
memory we're supposed to remember?
I don't remember.
no. You asked how to combat it. You asked how to
No, I
combat it.
asked what you said. We've lost our memory of amnesia. We've been like layered on with all this modern stuff. And like, what is the memory that we could recover?
I
And how-
remember myself
Counter
as
all of that,
God.
that
I
we've
remember being
forgotten.
God before
And
I
how did
died.
I don't have
I remember
your
being
personal
God.
answer, Jeff, but I just
Oh,
know.
like so you're saying it's different for each person. It's a
I'm
personal
saying
memory for each
no.
person.
Does the sun come up every day for each person?
So what? Adam, I remember being God.
That's true. You sound just like my father. But
I am your
yeah,
father.
if you guys don't want to get into it, that's fine.
No, I do. I like this. I'm just trying to understand what that means. You said something about amnesia, so I'm just asking, what is it we've forgotten? That seemed like a natural
And
question.
how do
Okay,
you
so
remember?
it
How do you
goes like
remember we
this.
forgot it?
Look at whatever device you're looking at right now, and understand that what you're looking at is duality. Right?
What?
Okay, sure.
So is that your vision? Did you project that personally?
The laptop.
No, you did not. Do you know that means that somebody else made it? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how are they able to make it? Were they able to make it because they put the sun up in the sky every day and had ancestors that took care of them and mentors that took care of them? Is
Yeah.
that why they're able to put it up in the sky?
Yeah, but I don't even know if humans made a machine could have made it. I don't know any of this. I have no way of knowing. It doesn't do
So
anything.
doesn't that show you?
The
So doesn't
lives
that
of the
show
people
you?
that might have made my
It does.
laptop.
It does.
Does
Thank
that show you a level of respect that you were currently unaware of before
Yeah.
I brought it up?
you. Absolutely.
So that level of respect that existed before you were here is here now and will be when you're gone, that none of us created.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
Can you explain it to me?
Who,
The-
me?
the
I swear to
respect
God,
thing is
I
throwing
actually
me
made
off.
note cards. I will bring them for you the next show. I
No,
have to
Lanza,
figure
it's
out.
just the thing about
No,
respect is
like,
throwing
dude,
me
people need
off.
to learn that. People need to learn, but go ahead.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Go
The
ahead.
respect part is throwing me off. How does that enter into the picture?
Because
About did somebody make my laptop and I just have unveiled a new layer of respect or something
no,
that wasn't there before?
no, it's more so like in your personal life.
Mhm.
You're walking around, you see
This
people.
pretty much is my personal life.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but listen to my
Don't get hung
example.
up- don't
Like
get
you
hung up
walk
on that.
around, you say hi to people, you do your thing, and you be who you are. You be
Right.
who you is in some places
Right.
as well.
Okay.
So like that's your life, and then so it's a learning. It's actually a learning skill, because what it teaches you is that that your personal judgments in which you create actually stall your own learning. With
Yeah, that I believe. I'm trying
Right.
to understand the thing about the laptop and did people make my laptop and something about respect. That's what I'm.
So there's
That's
a
what I'm-
respect. Oh, that's right. There is a respect that you and I don't control. None of us here control. Whatever that is, you can call it any number of
I know
compartmentalized
respect is
ideas.
an emotion. It's an individual human emotion. So I don't.
It's an action.
When you
It's
say
an
there's a
action, bro. It's an
respect
action.
out there that none of us control, that makes no sense. I don't understand.
Well,
what
no,
that
there's a sun that goes around and shit. We don't control that. Like there's
is. But
systems
what
that we
does
are
that have to
not,
do with respect? Maybe it's my autism.
because
I'm
we
really
don't
hung up
control the
on-
systems that we. If you don't control the system, you absolutely have to respect the system.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
like out of fear or awe for self-preservation.
You have to.
This is making
Like you
me
respect
feel
fire.
autistic.
No,
and you
for
respect
learning,
the
for
wild
learning,
I'm not
for
animals.
learning,
autistic,
because
but I'm
learning
starting
is
to
one of the
feel like
greatest
I
gifts
am.
on earth, and that's what we get. That's what we get in our own way of, because we do not remember our vision and we take their vision, which has our memory. So then it becomes our memory.
Adam,
Which is
Okay,
amnesia.
now it suddenly made it. The light bulb suddenly went off, and somehow all that now makes sense. So I get it. Okay,
Adam, listen to me
you
for a
successfully
second.
communicated.
Adam, what
Thank
you
you
said.
very much for indicating that I wasn't wasting my time. I really actually appreciate it.
Hello, Adam.
Thank you.
What Adam said is starting to make me feel autistic, and I'm not autistic. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm sorry, but what the hell?
Hey,
You're
What's
hanging
King
out with
that?
the
Stephen.
outliers.
King
tonight.
Stephen,
We'll work on that. We'll make you the king of autism.
You're getting a
Steve.
contact high.
No matter what King Stephen says, I forget what it was, but it had something to do with love that I was going to tell him.
Mhm.
I don't know, something like
I'm
that.
straight. I'm not gay. Sorry, I'm straight. Sorry, Adam.
Hey, King Stephen, would you play a game show? I guess a trivia show against Steve McRae and Stephen David. Would you be willing to do that?
The gay ginger guy named Steven?
Stephen David.
Yes, the gay ginger guy, and also the guy that did the non secular show.
I'll
It's not in
play.
jail.
What
I love
guy?
trivia.
I don't know
Steve-
that guy.
You don't know Steve McRae?
I don't know him.
Oh, I like Steve McRae.
Yeah. That'd be
I don't
fun.
know that guy.
Okay, I'm going to put a link in the back chat where you can research that guy.
And put Stephen David. Is he an Indian guy?
No, Stephen David is a white guy. I think
Okay.
I don't know
I'm
if
coming
it's
up with
Canada or
some
America.
Indian guy that's doing youth conferences.
Is Stephen David FlowState's boyfriend?
No, FlowState's boyfriend's Mitchell.
Oh.
Died allegedly.
I'm eating some fried chicken right now. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry. It's for lunch. I truly am.
I don't find it hard to believe.
Is it like Popeyes or is it like local chicken?
It's a local place. It's
Oh.
better than Popeyes, I think. But
Popeyes is hard to beat, although Cane's manages to do it.
this local place is awesome. I love it.
Canadian chicken. Do they do fried chicken well? in
Canadian
Canada?
fried chicken. Oh man.
How do y'all know how to fry chicken up there?
The
We
Chinese.
imported Southern people a long time ago.
Oh,
The-
okay. Well, as long
Well,
as
the
that-
Underground Railroad was part of it. I mean, we let people into this country,
Okay.
and
as long as you're doing it right.
they do it right. Oh my gosh. Not my God. I don't have a God, so I say, oh
personally
my
was a
gosh.
huge fan of the Underground Railroad. I thought that was a fucking great idea.
Well, they should have had subway cars, though. It was too slow. They could have had,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. You're
Could have
getting where you gotta go.
you know,
You're getting where you gotta go.
Bullet trays.
speed trains like the Tokyo speed trains or something, right?
I was thinking of like those ice sleds races.
Ice sleds. Oh, with the
I get it wrong.
Huskies.
Yeah. Air cool. Oh yeah, next one, air cooled would be a good idea.
They could be pulled by 10,000 hamsters on a sled and pull them that way.
It's so fucking ridiculous that that's funny. Anyway, yeah. So reality.
Mhm.
I get wisdom from you, Lanza, believe it or not, in your own unique way.
Dude, I'm trying to bridge gaps. Like, I have friends that
It's working.
I have some like Roman Catholic friends that like I'm talking about like just people who have seemingly two eyes open, but like almost like 3 eyes, 4 eyes closed, bro. It's ridiculous. And so like I've always been interested in communicating. Like the truth is for everyone. I mean, unless you're special and we have to treat you better, you know.
Well, special doesn't necessarily mean better. So people can be special, but not necessarily entitled to any better treatment than anyone else.
Well, here's the thing. The truth is the truth, right? So whatever happens, happened. And like, there's a right way to act, whatever. So like, the truth is the truth. And yeah, regardless of our opinion, dude, like that's what people don't understand. Like people just, like, the opinion is why people pay like whatever, like $2,000 for a pair of pants and shit. Like that's, you believe
Sounds
that's not
smart.
only logically stupid, that's like spiritually stupid, like all sorts
Right.
of like,
You know my catchphrase is coming, Bronze Boy. Truth is just a feeling.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. You said there's this truth that's outside for everyone, but in people's ordinary day-to-day lives, they work off of whatever personal truth they've developed for themselves up to that point. They don't.
what they've accepted for themselves at that point.
Yeah,
Right.
but it seems different for each person. So it doesn't seem like there's this one truth that everybody is somehow working off of.
I bet he knows
There's
it.
some wait, yes there is. I know one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hank,
All
are
right.
you calling truth an orgasm, saying truth is just a feeling?
Yes, which
Really?
is why we have so many truthers completely disagreeing with each other.
No facts. You're just saying it's a feeling. There's nothing substantial, evidential about it. It's just feeling.
Yep.
Feeling.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
even
what?
if you
Listen,
have the truth tables in your computer, that's a feeling unless you associate those posts with a fact.
So yeah, it's like a lightning rod, you know? It's like a lightning rod
I'm
kind of.
feeling autistic now for some reason. What
No,
is going on
yeah,
here?
no, Steven, you don't
Are
know
you in the
Hank.
right place?
What?
Steven, you don't know Hank, man. I've actually spent a lot of time like
I do know Hank.
Listen. Oh, you do? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I get around. That's why
Yes,
they call me
Okay,
banana.
Hank,
Boy.
I was
He's
just
quite
about
the
to like
panel
stand
host.
up for it.
Hank,
All right.
no, Hank loves me. Hank loves me.
All right. Well, I mean, so here's the other thing.
Okay.
So learning is like of utmost importance, really, you know, underneath action, right? So, and the best way to learn is in action anyway. So,
And action is based on learning. Like
Learning, are
Yeah.
you saying you got to put the square block in the square hole, the triangle in the triangle hole? Adam?
I remember that toy.
You said
oh, so
learning.
learning anyway.
Learning?
So like there's kind of like this skill that I didn't realize like was as valuable as I had. I don't know. So you know, sometimes till you know you don't know till you don't know. So you don't know
Right.
when you know. So what I learned is that there is an actual skill, guys, and we all have it, and I've seen it displayed by literally everybody here. But I just think it's like minimized is the skill of speaking, or I'm sorry, teaching while speaking. Like, and you can make the argument that everyone can take whatever subjectively and everyone can teach themselves. That's great. But like I'm saying, like example leads, bro. And everyone's not dumb enough to whatever and think that words speak louder than actions. And like, you know, come on.
You sound
You're
like a
freaking me
teacher
out,
of
kid.
confusion, man. Like you're kind
Don't
of
put it past
confusing.
me. I'm pretty dumb. I don't know.
Well, I've already had to re-explain it. Like this will be the third time,
No,
and the
you're
first two
making a
times
lot
you
of
guys
sense.
all
You're
realized that
seriously
I made
freaking me
sense.
out.
So
How much
maybe you
sense
should
you're
just
making.
like stop, do whatever you're doing. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is one of the reasons I have Eris as a matron deity. Some stuff to be confusing for other people is not so confusing for me. I just have a bigger confusion processor. I just have a larger, more powerful processor, so I can keep track of more stuff than I normally should be able to.
Hey, Denizen.
I do want to thank FlowState right now. I never like this is the second time I've ever done this, man. But he said I have some sort of retarded brilliance to me or something along those lines.
Oh, neurotic
I was
brilliance.
like, you know what? I think I know what he's talking about.
That's your neurodivergence.
I mean, dude, it's like, what do you want? You know, like, you want me to make something up and lie to you about some shit I don't know?
No,
What? So that
don't.
so that we can fight about something that isn't real? You know, come on.
Yes, that's what the Panelverse wants.
No, it isn't. It is not, dude. I have a friend who works with Google. If this Panelverse doesn't shape up pretty soon, might have to make some phone calls.
Do it, pussy. Make those calls.
What are you gonna say? Let's play through this phone call. What are you gonna say?
Okay, the phone call is, hey,
Hello?
my friend, these people on the internet are agreeing with me and then disagreeing with me to then forget what they said. And I said too. Every single day this happens. Is this like Groundhog Day? And I go, is there anything we can do about it? Can we make an application? Can we make another?
Well, you can report.
Call your friends at MIT.
Anybody can
Let's get
report
to Facebook.
channel.
Let's
you
do
don't
it.
Need to call Google.
If it was Groundhog's Day, you know, it would repeat exactly the same, I guess. And I'm not so sure you could repeat any of those phrases that you've said exactly the same or even close.
I can actually, because the reason why I'm able to say it in the first place is because I've actually thought about it, and it's not someone else's. I mean, it's based on other ideas and shit, but like I still just continue to think about it myself for like years and years and years.
Okay, well then, tell me about those true feelings. What were you saying?
I don't think that was me.
Okay, all right.
I mean, make your point.
You
What
said
true
something about
feelings?
you said true feelings. You said I
That
was
was
like,
Hank. That was Hank.
oh, okay, my bad.
And I think actually me and Steven kind of sound similar. That was Steven probably
Oh,
talking to Hank.
I
It's hard
apologize.
to tell. It's hard to see the little gray circles.
But anyway, why'd you want to know that?
Well, because I was just using that as an example of something that I didn't think you could repeat, but you didn't say it. But maybe there's another example, but it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
like.
so like there's this thing called technology. If you really, really, truly want me to repeat it, and respectfully, I encourage you to just like rewind it, you know.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to hear it again. It's just that I don't think that you
Oh,
could
so it
repeat
was
it.
insincere from the beginning? Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't insincere because I don't know that you heard me correctly. Because what I was saying was, you said that you've thought about all this and you could repeat it, and I just challenged you to do it
Why?
because I don't
Because you
believe you.
couldn't pay attention the
Just to
first
see
time?
if you can repeat, because you
Yeah,
made
because
a
I think
Let's
claim.
see if you can repeat it.
Well,
It's
it's
not a
not
definitely
question.
could.
It's stupid as fuck.
I
Truth
never
is just a
claimed
You
feeling.
said the reason you can repeat it is because you've thought about it so long.
Yeah.
So well, let's
So
hear
what
you
part of it do
repeat
you want me to repeat, genius?
Whatever it
Just
is that you claim to.
repeat any 15 words that you said consecutively, any of them.
All right.
And then we're going to use this machine and we're going to rewind it and see if you're right.
I would just rather people understand how fucking stupid you are and just continue forward.
And I've already admitted how stupid I am, and I've got that on full display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're cool then. You're cool then. I don't understand why you're so mad about nothing then, bro.
Well, I would say that.
Well, I'm just mad about because I don't know what I'm even mad about because I want you to repeat things because my name's Sterling and I'm a genius who agrees with people and is refracted in their learning.
I wonder if there's a way to just like graciously move on from here.
No.
I didn't bring it up.
No,
I think we should
Never
stay
do
here.
ice cream.
I think we should explore this avenue.
Dude wants to come at me like we're supposed to go at the actual, like, whatever you call it, like the IMF World Bank, which he also was agreeing to earlier. He wants to act like I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, like he wants me to be his Jack Talcott. It's so clear.
Some people make so many claims and they just make one claim after the
It's
the
so
other,
clear that I am your Jack Talcott, bro.
And when you challenge them,
give me your money, dog. Give me your money. I want your money.
Don't over-dramatize. This is not Talcott level.
I want Sterling's money. Sterling, you want me to do something? You want a service? I need you to fucking pay me.
All right. Well,
Lanza,
if you can repeat 15 words that you said earlier, I'll pay you. What now?
You are an absolute idiot.
Okay.
Lanza,
you're literally stupid.
Okay.
Let me
can
ask
you do it or
you.
not?
Yeah. Hey, no, Sterling, you take on and you tell everybody about your truth of whatever the fuck you think's going on Earth and shit
Here,
like
calm
that. Because
rationality is this way. Come over here.
Well, yeah,
let me ask you this: when you said the reason you can repeat these things is because you've thought about them so much, I think some of us took it as you can literally verbatim, autistically just repeat 15 of the words that you said. And so that's what he was asking you to do. Is that what you meant when you said the reason I can repeat all this is because I've thought about it? Or were you speaking more figuratively?
Well, let's let him rewind it and hear the 15 words that he's about to repeat.
Okay, well, somebody can rewind it and
that's what he's doing right now.
Stamp in the chat.
sounds like a personal problem.
I'm good.
Dan, what's up? Joe, I miss you already.
I'm learning a new language today, learning how to understand autism. This is awesome.
Are you really getting?
Yeah, I'm
seriously, because like I want this to be educational. So if there's people that want to understand autism, and there's a place that they can come to do that, that's helpful.
I'm usually not around neurodivergent people, to be honest. So I am learning. I'm having some
that you know of because it's a threshold diagnosis, so everybody can have some little sprinkles of it here and there.
It's like learning sign language. It's like learning American Sign Language or something, in a way. Except
that's interesting that you're able to pick it up that quickly. A lot of people struggle hard with it.
Yeah, I do. I struggle hard with understanding it, and I don't think that. I think some people have struggled to even repeat it. I can't even repeat it, let alone understand it.
I'm a good listener, and I try to understand. I really pay attention.
Okay. All right. Well,
Some people talk out of their ass, and then
that was my point.
Yeah.
That was my point.
Yeah.
And then they claim that I think it's arrogant to claim that person is going to be a teacher and they're going to tell us about how.
Yeah, I caught that too.
How other people.
Oh, did he leave?
How can't use language the way that he does, and that's his special gift of using it. I'm like, I think well, you all heard how it played out anyway.
Well, did you take him in good faith though? Did you think he's up here with good intentions?
I wasn't sure, to be honest. I don't know him, and I wasn't sure.
Some people do accuse him of being a troll, and I personally think he's sincere. Like I believe it or not, I learn a lot from Lanza.
I wasn't trying to make fun of him. I just challenged him on one of his claims. So
he's
it was a reasonable question to ask. I think this was like a simple miscommunication that led to a further breakdown.
Okay, well, I mean,
which happens, and that happens with autistic neurodivergent people all the time. It's the way we interpret and process things.
You don't think he understood that I wanted him to repeat 15 words, or
I'm not sure, and I'm not even sure that what we thought he was saying is actually what he meant to say when he even said that.
Regardless of whether I could understand it, I know I couldn't understand it, but I don't think that he understood it, and I don't think he could repeat it. And I just challenged him to do that.
Do you mean the 15 words related to white people?
Any 15 words.
We're good.
What is that?
Well, I said, Jeff, you asked if there was a way we can move on, and I said I'm going to get some ice cream. And now,
that's what we need: ice cream for everyone.
What kind?
Hell yeah!
What kind of?
This is vanilla with strawberry chunks, I think.
Okay.
No, cherry chunks and vanilla.
I've never. That's an unusual brand flavor.
Yeah. I got from a local branch, Giant Eagle, local store chain.
Oh, cool.
So Hank, you do like vanilla then?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. He's not anti-white, everyone. That's good to hear.
He's based. He's woke. He's light.
The thing is, this ice cream's pink because of the cherry chunks, so. But I do like normal vanilla.
What's a cherry chunk?
Well, white people aren't completely white. I'm a bit pink-skinned, a bit.
So there's a rare fruit called the cherry, and it's a small and it has a seed in it. So
yeah, I know what a cherry is. It's little pieces of. I just called this. I never heard them called cherry chunks because the chocolate are like purposely made into these little thick nuggets called chunks, and I thought maybe they took cherries.
Please, Hank, tell us
them
about
into these
cherries
things called
and cherry
chunks.
trees.
They're just cherry pieces.
Hank, please teach us about cherries and cherry trees. I want to hear this.
Yeah, so there's a game called I Want to Be the Guy, and they have a delicious fruit, and they're giant cherries.
Interesting.
Oh, Auntie. We used to have those growing up. That was like our treat. At night before bed, the caramel sundaes. Yeah, it is. Well, I try to keep it at a certain level.
Fried chicken and ice cream. What's
no
better? What's better than fried chicken and ice cream?
Fried chicken.
Guacamole. Hot and sour soup.
Did somebody say pussy?
Yes,
I did.
Pussy, that's true. But General Tso's
that was the best answer.
General Tso's is like the best chicken sauce. That's good. Yeah, cocaine and blowjobs. I actually don't like cocaine that much. I tried it just once, I think. I don't like it.
I don't either. That sounds so good, Wendy, with the date syrup. Is that like honey? I've had the Greek yogurt with the honey. Yeah, that's Lanza, Joe.
I absolutely.
His name's Mitchell, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm lost.
And I love Carmen too, and I love Louise. I love all the ladies that are here for me today in the chat room.
Are those all your ladies?
Yeah, they're all
Ladies
here.
love El Diablo. They call me El Diablo sometimes.
Oh, I like that.
El Diablo.
Is that like the
you have
Latino
horns?
girlfriends you have, or just does all the?
I have a harem actually. I have a harem of women.
Nice.
What has Paul unslaved hit you up for tip. He's trying to.
Well,
create
these
some
women, they
hair.
call themselves my harem wives. They have numbers like harem wife number 1, harem wife number 3. So I have
How many?
different models.
How many are you up to?
Over 20 so far.
Was the number
That's
one
a
like the
bit
first
much.
one? How'd she, or is she like number one? Is
Have
it like
any
a
of these-
ranking, or are they in like time order, or how do they get their numbers?
My
They have-
incredulity is
They
coming
have to
out.
compete. The numbers can change. They can go up or down in the
Like
Ooh,
ranking?
so
hierarchy.
you gotta keep up
It's
with
by
all that.
power level.
Have you
So
met any
whoever
of
has
these?
the most
in person?
power gets the lowest number.
Is
The
it
number
have any of
one
them
is the
met you in
number
person?
one. It's the one that does the most and gets the
Hey,
most
yo.
love. Hey, Adam is back. Adam, I wanted to ask you, what happened with that school that you were in? That event that was on? Adam Lanza?
Yep.
Is
They
that
say
you?
pop. They say
Oh,
pop
God.
means being popular to the population. So excuse me for being the topic of your conversation.
What did you do in that school? What's the real story?
Bang, bang.
Come on now, let's keep this. Try to keep the channel on air so we have this
Okay.
to come back to.
Sorry. But Adam Lanza was autistic too, right? The real one, the original.
I don't know.
I
On
had
top of
forgotten all
everything
about
else?
him actually until
I don't
this
care.
Lanza showed up.
They said
Yeah, I
he
gotta be
was.
honest, I don't care.
You don't care if he was on the spectrum?
No, I don't care.
I don't care.
Like, if autistic people commit crimes, they should be held accountable the same as anyone else. I
How
don't
big
think it's a
is the
mitigating
spectrum, though?
factor.
This is what I want to know. Is it a big spectrum, or like I always see
It's
the
all
term
the colors of
spectrum.
the rainbow, man.
It's like a big umbrella. It's not even a spectrum. It's a big glob at this point of random things that they don't know what to do with. So they
Is
all call it
FlowState-
neurodivergence.
Is FlowState on the spectrum in the chat?
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell him I said that.
ADHD. Yeah.
I thought
Well, I
so.
mean, he can
I
hear
thought
you.
No, he's open. Flo is open about his ADHD, as if you can't notice from watching the streams.
That's part of the spectrum of.
Yes.
Some people consider. I consider like we have the autism spectrum, but there's something developing now that's like the neurodivergent spectrum that autism is just one part of, and it would include things like ADHD, giftedness, things like dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, dyspraxia. And then some people even include some mental illnesses if they're innate and not acquired. And then some people even make the case for including the acquired versions.
Did you just say innate?
Yeah.
Well,
Born.
I used that word today for the first time in a long time. That's crazy that you just said it. And the way I used it wasn't the word imagination. Like it's in imagine eight. I don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like want half of your panel to follow me. To be honest, I don't think they're capable.
Yeah, I do think we are. Do you know what imagination really means? Magi nation, a nation of magicians. That's what it means. A nation of magicians.
Did you say there's an innate part of the innation there? Was there
No,
an innate
not
part of the
innate.
innation?
Not innate.
No,
I'm not
not in your mind.
Dude, you're talking out of Uranus. You're on Uranus.
For real, though.
Come on, man. Settle down. FlowState, I think, might be at the bottom of the spectrum somewhere.
It has to be a bottom now.
He's got the flow. He's flowing in the sewers.
To be
He's
honest
kind of
with
in
you,
the
I
sewer-
think
sewer spectrum.
what would other people say? Do you think? Like, what do you think? Because I don't know your work, but I do kind of know FlowState a little bit. But
I'm an artist.
Okay,
dude.
I get it. I get it. The joke.
No,
I
I'm a
understand it's a
professional
joke.
fine artist. I make artwork. I draw. I paint. I invest my money. I'm independently wealthy. I'll never have to work again the rest of my life.
Do you have a website?
Like for your channel though, like as far as your channel, do you put it on there?
What do I do with my channel? I don't. What do you mean? It's the SanityMachine channel.
I said I had never seen it.
Go
You should
watch
check it out. Go learn something. You were talking about learning
Yeah,
earlier.
I was kind of trying to wonder what you
Go learn
did. Yeah.
something. Go learn something.
He wants your elevator pitch.
Oh,
to your
okay.
channel.
All right. No problem.
Here, I'll put the link, Lanza.
I'm not just eating fried chicken all day. I make a lot of videos.
Sometimes he has
Yeah,
water.
I just figured while I had the person here that I would just ask. That's all.
What were you asking?
I was asking what, like, I said I know flow states work and stuff, and I was asking, like, I don't know really what you do, and like, what would people say the difference is? That's what I was asking. But
They
you didn't
would
let me
call.
finish.
Well,
That's
okay.
okay.
People would call me royalty. They would call me a king, and they would call him a sewer court jester. He's down in
Yeah.
the sewer dancing around.
What's your channel about? For
Yeah, it's a
viewers
nerd
that might
channel
not
like mine.
know.
King Steven's channel's a nerd channel.
My channel is about truth seeking. It's about examining reality. It's about spirituality. It's about looking at things differently, and it's about questioning the official narrative. It's also about my harem. It's about that. It's about a whole bunch of
subscribed.
different things.
I just subscribed because I'm interested in the harem.
Sounds like a lot of opinion.
Yeah.
No. You sound like a lot of feeling. You don't sound like much facts. I have a lot of facts on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
I think King Steven goes on Access
Shapiro
Rap
certified.
sometimes too. It's just he's on the nerd channels.
Hey Sterling, you want to be stupid and ask him to prove 15 things he said prior now?
Oh,
You sound butthurt, dude. Come on, get over that. Move on.
Can you repeat
Move on.
words, Steven?
Which
Let's
one's
move on,
different?
Doug.
Like which? So
Move
I
forward.
asked what the difference was, and you didn't really say. I was just kind of wondering, like, which
I
tunnel.
said I'm a king. He's a peasant.
Mhm.
What
I
more
said, what
different?
would people say though? Not what would you
Well,
say?
I don't know what people would say. I'm not in the minds of other people. I mean, a lot
I'm
of
the
people
one who's
just
not
say
listening. Then okay.
a lot of people just say they love me. Like, well, what do you mean? That's what I
have
hear
you
people
met any
say.
of them in person? The harem girls?
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
Come live with me.
oh
Right.
wow.
And go back to the ranking. Like you said, the number one is the one that does the most. Like the most what exactly? Like
The
how's-
most
how-
everything. She's the girl with the most.
Okay.
You know, like in that movie, I think it was Beetlejuice, where he said he's the ghost with the most. Well, she's the girl with the most. She's the harem wife number one. She's the girl with the most.
And you said that your channel is about like facts, not feelings. So I guess like you have to
I don't
quantify
care
this.
about people's feelings. Why would I care about their feelings? Their feelings are one way 1 second, and 2 minutes later they're different.
True.
People's feelings change all day long.
I don't care about
And
people's
so do
feelings
people's
either.
Who cares about their
understandings.
feelings?
I believe adults.
I
are
said I don't
responsible
run
for
a
their own
safe
feelings.
space. My channel's not a safe space. It's a
I was just wondering
dangerous place.
I was just
My
wondering how
channel's
you
a dangerous
quantify
place.
it and like what makes someone one versus two, and I was just curious.
They rank by power. Like if you watched Bleach and saw the what's it called, the Ronkar arc, Deicide arc, it's like that. So the most powerful one gets the lowest number.
Ah,
Just to
got
get
it.
the clock. Is it like Flavor Flav? Do you line them up and give them a big clock every week?
Not a big clock, a big something that rhymes with clock,
Oh,
but not.
And does that
I think that was part of what the clock was.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not just sexual, just because it's a harem.
Well, are you at least
No.
monetizing this? Like this seems.
No, I don't need the money. These are very
Oh.
intelligent women. I just said earlier I'm a multimillionaire. I'm independently wealthy, so
Yeah, he paid
I don't beg for shekels. I'm not like FlowState that gets excited if somebody donates $2. I mean, I wipe my ass with $20 bills. Like $2 is nothing, dude. He just has an orgasm.
Why
on
do you
his
choose
show.
20? Why do you choose 20s? And like, why like over I don't know toilet paper or 10s or 5s?
Why do I use 20s? Just because I can. It
Right.
just
Why-
makes me. It kind of makes me feel good. You feel like to laugh at the little peasants that have nothing.
That
You know what
actually makes like I understand that from like
Yeah.
if you're up there, your psychology does change in response to new
It
selection
does.
pressures, etc. So I kind of understand that, even though I've never been up there myself to experience, like to test if I would start to conform to that.
Yeah, I've only got the 10. I've only got worked up to $10 bills.
It's a
I've
wonderful.
never got up
feeling.
there either. Never
It's
got
a
up there either.
wonderful feeling.
But then again, King Stephen does sound like a guy who's drank the piss of a shaman.
No, I only use American bills because I don't like Americans in general, like Adam Lanza and guys like that.
No?
They're just.
How
I don't
are
know.
all these black pillars finding their way to my channel? I'm one of the most patriotic people I know.
Oh,
Black
they're
pillars.
following
I
me
love
around.
a black
America.
pillar.
I think it's
I'm
the
white.
best.
I'm not black. I don't take any black pills.
I like to see King Stephen and Jeff go one-on-one real quick. and
Okay,
just talk
let's
back
see.
and forth because like they
Adam,
don't
you,
seem
you
to
kind of
have any
sound
sort
gay.
of
About what?
know.
We're like
personal
two
connection
of the
yet.
people getting along
I
the
like
most.
women. I'm straight, Adam.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought there was no personal connection there. I thought he was just. I thought when Steven spoke, it was just
No,
kind of
not
like,
really.
I'll consider it.
Not on the internet.
You don't know who I am.
Kind of take
You're
people
just
at their
guessing
word.
with your feelings. You're all
I
up
just
in
said
your
I would
feelings.
consider what you said, but yes, you are now guessing with your feelings. Like I would
You're
imagine.
all up in your feelings.
You rarely see a black pill, you know.
Calm
I mean,
down.
like I've seen a black jelly
Just
bean.
charcoal. Charcoal is pills. Black is coal.
That makes sense.
Black is coal. Charcoal.
Activated charcoal. Yeah, I've seen those pills. That's true.
Yeah. That's true. I'm speaking truth here.
Yeah.
Adam, did you get butthurt and leave earlier? What happened when you took off for a bit? Where'd you go? You go cry in the corner? Like you seem up in your feelings is what I'm getting at.
No, but
Maybe you got
sometimes
ice cream too.
especially with autistic people, they
Go get some ice
they
cream.
need little moments to like reset themselves.
Do what Hank did. Go get some ice cream. You'll feel better.
Pussy.
Hank knows. He went and got ice cream. Look at he's smiling now.
That's excellent
Hank's
self-care
happy.
that Hank
That's
just
good
modeled
advice.
for us with that ice cream, by the way.
Get the ice cream. You'll feel better.
Look how happy he is.
Hi, Marcella, to my beautiful
That was-
Marcella. That she's part of my harem as well.
What
Your
number is
channel's
she?
filling up with my harem right now.
What
in
number
the
is she?
chat room.
What number is she currently?
You don't have to
Marcella,
disclose those
she's
numbers.
number 3.
Yeah, but Steven,
Harem
how
wife
do you
number 3.
how do you see yourself?
Oh,
in
they
your
even
vision
know.
helping humanity.
Even the wives know each other's numbers. Is that
Yeah, they do. How do I see
Steven,
for
myself?
real?
How
do
does Steven see himself helping humanity? Is my question.
Well, I could help
Because
virgins
I'm interested
like you,
in your channel.
dude,
Like you
no, I
wanted
could-
me to be interested, and I
listen,
am.
just-
So
You asked me a question, so let me answer. I could help virgins
Yeah.
like you. If you're an incel, I could probably help you get laid. I can't get you a harem, but I
that's
could
what
get
your channel is.
A harem
know-
starter kit.
All right,
my-
I'm guessing
that's
it's
part
not
of my-
very
my-
popular.
I already explained it.
I
My channel's
posted the
very
link.
popular.
Did you browse it?
No, I
My-
don't click. I don't do that. I don't.
That's a noble
Okay,
cause.
let me I'll give you some samples.
I don't take black and white photos of my grandfather.
Mandela effect, thoughts on time and the eternal. Something
Play
on the
play that
eclipse,
one, Jeff. Play that one a bit.
Thoughts on
please.
time and the eternal.
Yeah, play that one. You have my permission to play that one.
Okay, hang on.
I've never seen King Steven here. Maybe Sterling's been here. So like it's gonna be funny
Yeah,
to see what
Sterling's been here a
happens.
few times.
Hey, let me
He's
tell you
been a
though, it's
couple
gonna be
times.
funny to see what happens next. Because these two people showing up, it's kind of like where did they come from? And like
We're
I wonder
different
who else
people. I've
wouldn't
been here
have them. You know what I
before.
mean? Like
I've been here before as a
Why-
guest.
why are
You
you
guys-
guys here? Who else hates you?
I've been here before. Nobody hates me.
Everybody hates me.
Everybody
Well,
loves me.
Provo seemed like he had.
Everybody loves me.
A
That
little
guy
bit
wants
issues.
Provo just wants to be me. I think Adam does too. Adam, come on, man.
Bro, what's
You
that
don't have a
movie? You guys
girlfriend,
ever
do
see
you?
that movie? It's like
You
I
have a
swear it
girlfriend?
was
How come you don't
who's
answer the
dude who was
question?
in Meet the Parents?
Do you have a girlfriend?
Speaking of movies, do you
Adam?
want to watch this video? from
Who are we
Steve?
talking about?
Yes, please.
I'll play a little bit of it.
Yes, let's play some of this.
All right.
Looks stupid
Oh.
from the beginning.
You didn't watch the whole second yet.
You sound bitter.
I know, but I'm kind of
Oh
sorry. So
man, or am I late with my
Can y'all hear
thoughts?
the people have told me that
Thoughts
I'm
on
not stupid
time.
at all.
What is
Well,
People
people
much
told me
more
I am
intelligent
stupid.
than this gentleman.
How does time exist? Why does it exist?
This is trippy.
Is time a straight line? Is it linear?
Do questions exist?
Does it go in circles?
Do we
Like
keep
the
asking
face
questions?
of a clock and the hands going round and round? Is it more like the infinity symbol, a figure 8 on its side,
Am I
without
provoking
beginning,
thought in you?
without end? Or is that more like eternity? Is that more like us? Is that timeless?
Am I implanting stupid
Is
thoughts
that
in you?
timeless, like a
Listen up,
spirit?
Adam.
Learn something. Are they showing you
Spoke about
something?
learning. Learn something.
Are they showing you something?
You sound
You have
bitter.
to use your imagination to understand. Time is fluid. Time is not a straight line. Time is fluid within this matrix. This is matrix time. This is matrix time. Does that mean that there's time the same way outside of this matrix?
Okay, now
No.
Demon time.
No, it doesn't mean that at all. The ultimate ignorance is dismissal of something with
Can
no
I,
proof of that, and we have
can I
evidence
pause
against
it? Can I pause it and ask questions
No, I'd
as
like to
we
watch
go?
the last
Adam's a
14
I'm
minutes
loser.
of
lost
it.
by the
What a
Matrix
loser,
part.
Adam.
I'd like to watch the last 14 minutes of it personally.
You're a loser.
It's only 11 minutes.
Well, whatever.
Well, yeah, I'll continue, but real quick, like orient
No,
me
I'm
to the
totally
Matrix
joking.
thing. I don't understand that part of it. The Matrix time.
Well, you only
Go
watched
ahead,
a few
explain it.
seconds. You might want to
All
watch
right,
a bit more.
all right.
Do
Oh,
people?
yeah, he made a
I'm just
video about
saying.
it. We've got him here. Why
People,
would he
wait,
explain
I
it?
want to
Let's
ask
just
a
watch
real
the video.
question here.
when it,
I want to
when
ask
it
a real question. Do people on the spectrum have more than a 5-second attention span? Have you ever read a full book in your life? Seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
Me,
Damn.
I haven't. I
You
studied
judge
literature.
things in
I
a
have
few
an entire
seconds?
library of
No, I've
books.
How
never.
that I read over and
lazy-minded.
Never
over.
done it.
How lazy-minded to judge things and to
Never
bash
done
it in the first second. How lazy.
Yeah,
It's
I'm at
hard
book club. I
No,
got
it
that
isn't. It's
reading
called a
The
joke
Heaven
if you were smart
The Heaven at Grocery Store by James McGraw.
and not
Okay, let's
personally
hear about the
butthurt.
Matrix.
You have evidence that
I like the Raven.
opposes that.
I want to hear this.
There's an old song, I think it's by Rush. Time stands still. Time stands still. A lot of people experience no time, timelessness outside of here, out of body. In the other levels of this matrix, there's different levels of this place.
What the Matrix
Time is a control mechanism in this place. And I also think that it is fluid. Time is fluid, like being out in the ocean, hundreds of miles away from the shore. You're in the water, you go underwater, and if time is the fluid, the water, it surrounds you. It's above you, below you, 360 degrees, all directions around you. It's everywhere. So you're at one point in it.
Ooh, I like
Now,
that.
past and present don't really mean anything when it's all around you. If you get what I'm saying, it's all at once. So reincarnation, you could be reincarnated into the past or the quote future, which is now in this place. If you understand what I'm saying, it wouldn't feel like you went to the past or the future. You would just be reincarnated into a different timeline. It's misleading because it really isn't a line, if you get what I'm saying. So it's
Amnesia, like I
misleading
said earlier.
the words that they give us, timelines.
It's a
It's not
tree.
really a line.
Fluid.
It's more like part of a tapestry or part of the fluid, part of the ocean of time within this matrix. This place is designed with time to control us. And that's what time does. Time, you can be a wage slave to time.
This is
You
not
work by
copyright
the
music.
hour. You have all these schedules and appointments and clocks reminding you it's this time, it's that time, got to do this at this time. What if it's just a control mechanism? What if time is just a control mechanism, just like religion is, for example, or voting, politics? You see what I'm saying? Control mechanisms, the control mechanisms they use in school, the alarm bells going off, the recess bell, lunch hour, change your classes, the bells go off. Time to change class. They ring a bell, condition you
Hey Jeff, I have
using
good things
time
to say about this
and
video if it
alarms and
ends soon.
bells and
Yeah, let's pause it for a bit and chat. I have thoughts too. I think I just had an epiphany. It's people the normal like organization and structure, the basic organization and structure you need to get to
reindeer
something.
wisdom.
Some people appear to experience as control. So it seems to be a psychological phenomenon where most people experience it one way, but some people experience it as a stronger form of control than it actually seems like to me. Maybe they have more of a sensitivity to being structured, like externally structured.
I would say that's probably correct. But yeah, the video was provoked my own thoughts too. So
It's
for
a good
that,
video, like
and
as art, as content. I'm enjoying it.
I
I'm
like how you were
thankful for
like.
that.
I like how you were asking like during it, like, do you see what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like, even though you were up there by yourself, like it was built in for the listener. I like that.
Okay. You want to continue?
If we have
My
time.
official vote is no.
Oh, butthurt.
I'm gonna vote yes.
That's 1-1. I'm guessing Steve's going to vote yes. Sterling and Denizen, we are 2-1 yes.
You
How long
like
do
to
we
hear
have left?
yourself talk, Adam, but you don't really say very much other than
I'm
word
literally
salad.
saying the fact.
Just word salad. That's it.
I'm literally saying
That's
facts
all
while
you
try to
say.
degrade
That's
me.
all you say is word salad, and you're bitter. You're just a bitter person. It comes across.
Okay, so you
I think
don't
you're-
want to watch the video?
No, dude. I think I do want to watch it, but I think you're probably an incel. That's what I think. Probably an angry little incel, similar to your namesake, Adam Lanza.
But you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
help
like
him.
that's
You said you
just
could
a,
help
like
him.
initial cold read on him.
But you said you
We
could
can
help him
fix
get
that
out of
easy. We can fix it easy. Sterling knows how to fix it too.
That's
I
my
can tell you
original
we're trying
cold
to
read.
get that fixed, lickety
But
split.
he's prejudging me and saying stupid shit, so I have every right to say what I think of him. I think he's probably a little angry incel. That's what I think.
Jeff asked who wants to continue. I said my vote's no, and then you got mad.
No, not at all.
That's exactly what happened.
I've been hearing what
happened.
you've been saying before then, dude. You're angry at everybody. You left earlier. You left.
I can't say no.
You're angry
to
at
something
Sterling.
he wants, and then that makes me angry. Okay, I'm not angry.
Not at all. I was totally butthurt before this.
Am I?
Yeah, you're just an incel. I called you
not
an
a registered
incel
voter,
before
not
this.
original, because you've heard everybody.
You're an incel. You're an incel. You don't even deny it. I know what you are. I can see what you are.
But
I don't know who you are, bro. Your video sounds dumb as fuck.
Great, you're an incel.
Like, it's so stupid. Like, I could ask other people questions too on a video for 13 fucking minutes. It's stupid.
Is that what I did?
Do it! I dare you!
Yeah,
I dare you!
I would rather watch the History Channel than your channel.
Do it, Adam! I dare you, Browns boy.
You
That's how
sound bitter.
bad it was.
Like I
Ask
said,
questions
you're
for
bitter.
15 minutes. I dare
You're
you.
a bitter little incel. That's all you are.
I challenge you to do that.
Steven,
I'm
can
not
you
hurt,
explain?
guys. I'm not hurt. I don't understand what's going on, bro.
You're
for
a
real.
bitter little incel.
I think
I have a
Lanza's fine.
harem.
You can't
I have
share
a
ideas
harem.
without like blaming people.
ahead.
Are you able to do that? Are you able to share ideas and say no?
You're a
He
bitter
did.
little
He's been
incel.
doing it for 2 hours.
Steven, can you explain the Matrix thing to me? That's what kept losing me.
It's
What
in my
is this
videos.
Matrix?
Play the video.
That
Play
can
my
explain?
videos.
Because it seemed to assume a knowledge of it already in the viewer.
Well, it's not
The
the
Matrix
first.
has you.
I'm not going to go over it 1,500 times. I have 1,500 videos on my channel.
Is there a way you can briefly?
I'm not going to explain it at the start of
Jeff,
every
you
video.
don't understand. He's not good at promoting his channel. Just leave it there.
Listen to this guy. He's
For real.
bitter,
Like,
man.
come on, dude. Just terrible promotion.
Do you have any
I
videos
could
about
personally
that?
promote you better.
I'm not trying to
Well,
promote my
he's-
channel.
Without your feelings,
promoting mine
your
today.
feelings can be involved too.
I
I could
was
even maybe
promoting.
promote you even better at that
I'm
point.
here promoting Jeff's channel, dummy. I'm here to promote Jeff's channel. I brought people here. I don't need you guys over on my channel. The garbage I see in the
You
chat
brought
room there.
people
and
here.
Adam-
You didn't tell us
Yeah,
that
I
in the
did.
beginning, man. How
I
rude of
did.
you.
Well, yeah,
I
he did.
told
He
Jeff
did.
that.
I didn't know
Yeah,
you
I
had a
did.
secret army behind
Oh,
you, bro.
man. This
He
guy-
did tell
I didn't
us.
know
He's
you had
not paying
people who you had
attention.
to
What a liar.
entertain on a
I've told
personal
people-
level.
I've said it multiple
I didn't realize you had
times.
obligations outside of just hanging out.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
I'm not advertising. I'm not here to advertise.
Yeah. So
That's apparent.
Browns boy, he did tell us when he came in. And he told us when I came in. So don't tell me he didn't say it. You just weren't paying attention.
What's up,
I just don't believe that he's
talks, but he
an
doesn't
intelligent
listen.
person at the core.
Well, I don't
Well,
think
great.
that's true because he
Great.
offered to
That's
help you
fine.
get
I mean, not
laid.
everybody is gonna like
Yeah, it's
vibe
totally
with everybody
fine.
else here.
Adam is a bitter incel. It's that simple. He comes.
But you said you could help him out of the incel part, right? So
Yeah, to lose his virginity, sure.
I don't know that he's building any kind of trust with Lanza right now.
But how would you
Tell
feel
No,
about
him
it?
I actually trust him. I know what he's
We'll
doing.
send him to you, Sterling. You know,
I have
you know-
younger brothers too.
I'm not gonna fuck him. I mean, if that's what we even send him to me for.
We could send him to Costa Rica.
Oh,
What is
okay.
his goal? What is your channel's goal? Do you mind stating the mission or channel's goal? Simply,
mission?
briefly, in like a
Mission?
sentence or two.
To help incels like you. That's the mission.
Oh,
See,
That's the mission.
mhm.
You got
That's
little dick
so-
energy, little incel.
yeah.
Dude,
You
sound
argue
so
like
bitter.
a woman.
You sound so bitter.
You sound
You
like a
sound
woman.
bitter. You just sound
Speaking of
bitter.
LDE, welcome, Flo.
Hey.
Yo,
Not very
Flo.
long, but it sure is skinny.
Slow state. Slow state.
Oh,
He's a moron. Slow state. He's a
Uh-oh.
moron.
Do we have natural enemies here? Is that what's
No.
happening?
Everybody
we just have-
besides FlowState and Jeff sound like
Is this
women
the
drivers to
is
me.
this the lie? Is this
Are
the
you going
low
to tell
IQ
Flow
man?
State that he has small dick energy? I can't wait to hear that.
You
I've
do.
had sex
You
since
sound like
lunch,
an
bro.
I know, right?
You sound like an
I'm just waiting for this dude to run the same like routine on you.
I see Hank still making it rain with his $22.
I thought it was 16.
I'm
Flo,
not sure.
Flo, you were orgasming when you got $2 donations last night. I mean, come on.
I'm still orgasming.
I think that was $7.
I've made $400 the last 2 streams.
Wow.
No, those were
Wait,
those
what?
were $3 bills.
Like total, or from
Total. Yeah, total.
like two streams about was about 400? Wow.
400.
MoOse.
What's
Of course,
good?
it's top line. That's top line. YouTube has to take its third.
Damn, third. That's...
Hey, MoOse, I saw you. You produced Paul's show a couple of days ago, but it didn't go all that well.
FlowState kicked me off his stream last night. He couldn't take it.
What?
You were ready to leave. You'd been saying bye for an hour and a half, and then you dropped a couple hard R's so that you could
I
insert
wasn't
your...
saying bye at all. I said I got a phone call.
You kick people for hard
and I muted
Rs?
myself. I wasn't saying
Yeah, I have a hard R.
He's banned me
boundary.
a few times. He's banned
Oh, I
me.
didn't know that. I use it.
I didn't have any material ready.
I mean, but Jeff, I don't think I've ever heard you say the hard R anywhere, so you wouldn't encounter it.
Pussy. He's a pussy. He bans me all the time.
That's right. I'm a pussy.
You're a pussy.
Somebody paid for you to get back up. The king rules at the pleasure of the papacy, sir.
I rule, period. I rule, period. Blow state. You blow state. That's what you are.
That sounds like little dick energy.
Creepy
to me.
Pope. Creepy Pope.
It does seem kind of like small dick energy, doesn't it? It's like it's counterphobic small dick energy. Like, oh my God, there's a big dick in the room. I need to attack
I
it.
triggered the incels here. I triggered the incels.
So,
I love it.
King Steven's the
I love it.
DJ. King Steven's.
I'm gonna go grab some coffee. Y'all could keep talking about dick.
All right, we're gonna try to
go get some. I'm getting some more fried chicken.
Oh, that damn it, that's
later.
not good.
See you later. Fried chicken. I love it.
Now he's just fucking with me.
Nothing more American than a fat boy who loves fried chicken.
Damn, I'm American as fuck then. How did that happen?
I must be Mexican. I'm waiting for my daughter to get done with track so we can go to Chipotle. She's been bugging me for fucking like a week about Chipotle.
Chipotle's not Mexican. What the
fuck? It is if you're a gringo.
New York City.
It's like the Panda Express of Mexican food.
She loves Panda Express too.
Oh
my God! I like Panda Express a little bit, not all the time. I don't like anything all the time.
Panda Express Dynamite Shrimp is not bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's worth the extra $2.
Yes, I agree.
But they got some weird beef. I'm not sure it's beef.
I'm sure it's beef, but they could do better.
It's like a beef derivative. Like at one point, probably technically, legally, it is beef, but
Is anybody going to finish a thought tonight, or are we just going to float off into space?
it seems to be the way. the post-eclipse thought patterns.
Yeah, I finished a few thoughts. Like, for example, I said when you ran Paul's show a couple of days ago, it went off the rails because you let Officer.
I mean, that's a really big like assertion right there. Like I ran his show. That was more like I arrived to the premise and I walked on stage, said a few things, and then I left. It wasn't like I ran the thing. There's a huge difference.
MoOse is like Boba Fett. He's tentatively allowed everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like Boba Fett too. I'm just on break because my power level is too high for enslavement. It caused too much damage. The Keystone Cop crew is afraid of me. They won't do anything about me.
You're right. I apologize. MoOse is not like Boba Fett. Hank is like Boba Fett. MoOse is like Guido or something.
Yeah.
Oh man, King Steven didn't like that fat kid joke. Took off.
Let's taste King Steven off.
That fat kid joke. He said he was going to get the fried chicken. I said that's the most American thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, he likes that.
Fat kid who likes fried chicken.
Yeah, he's got the kind of he likes America.
Hell yeah, old Joe.
I like fried chicken better than America, though.
Unfortunately, Joe is leaving us. So
where's what for FlowState?
What do you mean, old Joe's dying?
No, he's taking. Well, we all are. He's taking.
I've heard old
a little
Joe
leave.
say a lot of
He's
smart
going
stuff.
back to work.
Going back to work. What does he do? Like he's getting shipped off to Afghanistan to go.
Someone's Panda
watch over the
Express is
opium
barking.
fields?
Like some people have actual lives outside of this stuff. And
That's the beef you were talking about.
Yeah. None of us have lives outside of this.
Hey, yo, you ever think of like the show when it's like, say it's not going good or something, and you feel like the Titanic, and you're like, iceberg right ahead. And then you just start leaking loose into the atoms of a black mirror.
T-shirts.
You ever do that?
I don't know if it's a good or a bad sign that I'm starting to understand everything Lanza says.
Me too.
It's definitely a bad sign. Next, you're gonna start smelling almonds.
Well,
I smelled almonds before I knew him, so it's not a big deal.
Can't you see Hank just standing in the grocery store aisle, just like sniffing handfuls of almonds? Like,
it's better than Denizen's room, man. Denizen's got the that movie, The Exorcist, like all those flies around his windows and stuff like that. Demon possessed that guy.
Get it out. Yeah. I pay a Mexican lady to wash my windows. Try again.
Weird flex.
So when she does that, how much clothes is she wearing?
She's a very conservative girl, and I know her husband.
Oh, okay.
Hank.
Let me guess. Her favorite phrase is "Adios mio."
Amis Dio.
She used Fabuloso.
She doesn't really speak any English.
Ay. How you get so much blood on the windows?
So you could break the Matrix too.
I'm still trying to figure out what this Matrix is. He left.
We gotta watch more of those videos.
Well, I've seen the movie. I mean,
oh God, please no.
Is that what he's talking about? Time in the.
You guys got to pick this up. Otherwise, I'm going back to
video. I just know about it.
Jeff, a Matrix is a table that you do math on. So.
Yeah, I know those kind of I've done matrices before, but it didn't sound like he was about time inside of a table that you do math on.
Well, if you take time as a number line, then yes, it is.
He said it was nonlinear. It wasn't a line. It was nonlinear.
Well, here's the thing.
Take care, Wendy.
You can have a nonlinear matrix. It's just the content.
Bro, what Steven said, he said the same exact thing a preacher says. Isn't it God who gives us everything we need? Isn't it God who gives us the strength and the power of the moments of the time? Like, it's the same thing. It's literally inverted.
Yeah, I know. I like it. That's why I go to church.
That is not why you go to church. You go to church for the punani.
Can't I go for both reasons?
You want to talk about time? I just turned 14 minutes into 14 seconds. Don't tell my wife.
I will. No, as soon as I find her.
You can
Hank
break
goes
the
to
matrix
look
too.
to church for that potluck punani.
Yeah, we're having a what's it called a service auction on the 20th.
What's that?
So pretty much we sell. I guess we sell services to each other, and we give money to the church.
Yeah. What
It's like
service are you
personal or
selling?
like
I'm installing
Prostitution.
that,
I'm
that used to
installing
be what people call slave auctions because it sounds an awful lot.
No,
like
it's not. No,
it
it's
used
not
to
slave.
be.
It's not slave auction because you volunteered.
Prostate
Then
tuition?
someone bids on you or pays for the service.
Yeah, some pays the church for the service that you volunteered.
Are you? Is anyone
like
offering
back
foot rubs? You should offer foot rubs. Oh no, then you might get fucked up. That could backfire. Don't offer
Yes,
foot rubs.
I'm installing Linux. That's an old classic of mine.
Okay, that's
What
good.
is
That's good.
That's your offering is installing. That's actually useful. My whole computer crashed when I tried to update my Linux.
Yeah,
I could have used you.
Yeah, so Ojo, no, I'm not gonna debate Jim Bob again. We pretty much agree. We hashed out most of our disagreements the first time. I make enough sense. I want to debate that guy Willie who came on, that the atheist keyboard warrior. That's what I wanted to debate from Jim Bob's channel.
Yo, Hank, when did you debate Jim Bob? That's pretty awesome, actually. Like, that's pretty. I don't think I could debate Jim Bob. To be honest.
February. I debate both Jim Bob and Steve McRae in February.
I saw some of it, Hank, and it looked to me like Jim Bob was kind of having some laughs at your expense with his audience.
But that's what everyone does. FlowState does it. Chris does it.
Well,
When he runs the
it
show.
was particularly pronounced that day with Jim Bob.
Chris does not do that on his show. I was actually going to say I don't understand
the court jester archetype.
I'm not sure that I'm convinced that.
I don't understand you debate Jim Bob without falling asleep. That's all I think I was going to say.
I'm not convinced that Jim Bob is a good faith debater. I haven't watched him enough to know for sure, but it seems like he's a tactical debater and not
He's
subject.
like Andrew Wilson. He's kind of Andrew's protege, and
okay, that makes sense.
He's good when he's making a sincere, logical argument. He knows what he's talking about, and then the areas that he's not, they resort to these like debate bully tactics.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
shows like a
I debate the same way
disingenuity
Andrew
to it.
Wilson and Jim Bob does, so it wasn't. They didn't have any surprises for me.
Like,
but I always start with Jim Bob in good faith. He doesn't always. I don't think he always maintains it, but I always take him in good faith, at least initially.
Here's the thing.
He seems more bad faith than Andrew Wilson. I've watched a lot more Andrew Wilson. I like Andrew.
Like they're almost.
I don't know. It's just the instinct I have. I could totally be wrong. I haven't watched enough, but it just seems like he's quicker to go into the sort of just trying to win tactics.
And I think what I see, like, if you want to look at the negative side and then the positive side, like I've seen where it's like, okay, some views, people actually do have those like kind of like extremism views, right? And so like, even though he may not actually adhere to that view, even though he himself may be out of ammo on his own side, may go to a view like that because, if not for anything else, to get those people involved in that exact conversation. If it's done genuinely, when you start being like F your mom and shit like that, like it starts getting ridiculous.
That's when it's just getting good.
Oh, Joe caught it too. Yeah, that's what I saw. I couldn't finish the whole thing, but I saw the beginning kind of mocking thing. Good. Hank, if you drop a link, I'll post it for everybody.
Yeah, let me find it.
I actually figure like that one person who came up that he I thought I sensed a sense of ridiculousness, so it's like, how much do you play with that person's whatever, and then they'll show you their manner or like their manners or their mannerisms and all that. He's on the entertainment side, I'll say, it seems to me.
Jim Bob or Hank?
The guy, but like whoever was up here, the king guy.
Steven?
Oh, him.
Yeah, he's just kind of like doing something kind of like interesting. Like
Can you believe the audacity of him saying he was learning about autism like he doesn't know all about neurodivergency?
I don't know. The guy.
Yes.
I mean, if I met him casually in public, there's nothing that registered for me that wouldn't make me take him as a
The man has finger puppets on his channel.
Yeah, I think that call.
Finger puppets.
did he go to school for finger puppetry?
Is that a thing?
A friend gave him to.
If you go to school for finger puppetry, does that make it less weird than if you're just a hobby finger puppeter?
Yeah,
No,
I think that,
he
makes
did,
it more,
like-
that definitely makes it more weird.
That makes it more weird.
You know, and so
Like
like
John Malkovich weird.
the biggest point he didn't understand that I was making, or he did and just wanted to make me like repeat it or whatever because like whatever. But like is that even though ego exists in fucking everything, bro. Like I was gonna say, did you guys ever see that movie Heavyweights? It's with
Yeah,
Ben
that movie.
No, Ben Stiller.
The old Disney movie about
Bro, and it's like, bro, like literally, if you watch that movie and you just go, Ben Stiller is the embodiment of ego. It is the funniest fucking movie in the world. Like,
I see that.
so I look at everything as a display. Obviously, like I'm not gonna take something the way somebody wants me to take something. I'd be, wouldn't be thinking on my own. Yeah, so it's an interesting presentation style from this art that he says that he does. Overall, I think he's probably has a good soul and can figure things out or whatever, you know?
Well, I thought a lot of the stuff in his video it was very similar to stuff you were talking about. That's the reason why I understand like why he didn't understand, because like his video was very similar to the kind of stuff you were talking about. It's all
everything is similar.
I want to know why Brown's boy is not more shallow. Be more shallow, Brown's boy.
Are you kidding me?
I think Lanza, I honestly think you come across a little more intelligent. Like a lot of the stuff you were talking about in his video seemed very like stuff like I thought about when I was stoned and I was 14.
I'm not intelligent, dude. I just don't get wrapped up in
you
bullshit.
seem more intelligent. I didn't say you were. Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm just saying, if you want to say
No, let's keep it real. Brown's boy is neurotic brilliant.
Yeah, he is. He is surely not neurotic brilliant.
The technical term is twice exceptional, or 2E.
As long as you guys send your send your doctorates in like the mail or something, and I'll consider your.
I don't know that neuroticism is something that's exceptional.
Dude, you know what I call it? I call it a lazy perfectionist.
Interesting.
There's no such thing. You can't be a lazy perfectionist.
I know. It's like very hard to school pseudo-intellectual.
That must hurt.
I mean, I guess so. Why not? I mean, that's why people smoke weed and shit, right? No, it doesn't hurt. It's just like, dude, they're either roadblocks or you look at them as opportunities to learn.
So is Bex, are you part of the harem?
Hank, tell us your Joe Cool stories.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Let me respond to Ojo real quick. So, okay,
Yeah,
Hank, do you feel people prejudge your position based on race? What am I asking is if in your experience racism is a real factor in today's society? Yes, absolutely, especially in tech, which is why I work in logistics now. And it's like Beck's been demoted. Okay.
Did Bex get kicked out of the harem?
Yep.
Did I hear racism?
Well, maybe he has a secret servant to the harem wives, but she's actually the bottom bitch. I don't know how it works.
It could be one of those reverse things, right? Like the servant master.
Yeah. So
the master-slave dialectic. According to Hegel, it's all reversible, and does reverse.
Dude, speaking about reversing, what if we could reverse our colors? of our skins. Like, what if I start eating more greens from like Atlanta? And I just became darker, just like naturally.
This is where that neuroticism kicks in.
See, I kind of throw something out there, and I'd be like, "Who bites?" Like, and take it away. Like,
the porpoise
Hank's,
in the face.
Hank's still over there sniffing almonds.
No, I'm looking forward to that show. In fact, I need to make a playlist of all the shows I've been on because people want to reference it. And like Tommy keeps tracking it himself. And I need to make a playlist of the shows I
You guys see how I ended my shit last night on Tommy?
What happened last night?
At the end, so you know how I've been doing the FlowState's Greatest Hates outro thing as like my outro. After that, Sasquatch and Mr. Pie were still backstage, so he popped up just for a second and kind of did like another little 5 minutes or so. But Tommy was in the chat going link, and so I dropped him the link, and he came up with like a 17-minute video that was like my greatest hates, and he's like wanting me to play it so he can tell me how much better his was than mine. And so right, so we're watching his video as the outro, I guess now the new outro to my channel because it's become Tommy's channel. But I made a poll. I said, should I piss off Tommy real bad? And it was 70% yes and 30% no. And so at the end of the poll, about a third of the way through Tommy's video, I just ended the stream and shuttled everybody over here so that Tommy didn't get to finish his thing.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
And then I dropped myself off screen. After the stream had ended, I dropped myself off screen, and it was still Mr. Pie and Tommy. And Tommy's like, did his thing glitch out? Damn it, he ended the stream. He's such an asshole.
Did he know they all came here?
Yeah. I set it up so that they'd come here.
He knew not. He didn't show up here, so he knew not.
No, he didn't know. He didn't know because he was on stage. He wasn't in the chat. I just sent the chat over here. He didn't know where they went. He just knew I ended the stream.
Oh, so he didn't know they all had come over here. Yeah, that was thank you for that.
For sure.
We were just talking.
It seems like
I looked up and the count's like it's 68, and I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on, what just happened?
But hey, I want to tell you also while we're on it, like you did good at holding the audience. I do a lot of raids, and normally it's like it shoots up and then half of them leave straight out the gate. You kept a lot more people a lot longer than most channels I raid normally do.
Oh, well, thank you.
What was this? I heard about some sort of little seance or something, a little seance project you did last night.
Yeah, yep, seance project right into here. It's about 2 this morning or something.
Well, I thought Jeff did a conjuring video or something.
You know what? He did conjure the demons, didn't he? I didn't even think about that.
Can you I didn't want to watch the whole video. I was like, maybe I'll just ask him what happened.
Yeah, I saw the title and I was interested too. I didn't watch it.
Jeff, what happened with how'd that go? Do I have to? I could watch it. I mean, I was just wondering if you thought it went a certain way or
you talking to me?
Not. Huh?
Yeah, about
talking to me.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
the stream
about
last night. No, it was our longest stream ever. We went for over 8 hours.
What? You conjured them for that long?
There.
Yeah,
I was there.
Hank showed up. He was.
That's like
Denizen was there.
That's like 4 movies.
I think Flo might have popped in a little bit after his raid.
I popped in for a minute when I was eating peanut butter and jellies before bed.
Did anything weird happen?
No, I don't ban people at all. In fact, I don't even know if I know how to ban. I tried to ban.
What about iFi?
No, iFi is not banned. iFi, I muted him because he wouldn't let someone talk, and he rage quit the chat, and then he went and took himself out of the disc. Oh, then he started harassing Chris and saying all kind of hateful, ugly things about Chris. So I hid him, and he went and took himself out of the Discord after that, and went around telling everybody I banished him.
Bex noticed the audience retention too.
She knows.
Bro, do Do you remember a couple of days ago when Chris was at the doctor's office and he told us that the doctors miscategorized him as a female who had transitioned into a male?
True story.
What?
Yeah,
that
and I
happens.
was like, oh, you're just making this up. And he like goes on camera. I'm like, dude, I don't even think you're at a real hospital. And he's like, they thought he was a senior citizen and that he was a female who transitioned
old
into a
lady.
male.
What were you talking about?
Chris.
You talking about me?
Oh, there he is. Dude, that was the funny. I thought you were making it up. I was like, this is a long bit. This is
some
hilarious.
funny shit. It was some really funny shit.
And he was in the hospital, and he's like, yeah, they were laughing about it. Like, I don't see it.
Just because he dresses so well, they don't understand how a man can do that.
Speaking of dressing well, Chris, where the fuck are my sneakers?
I haven't been thrifting yet.
This is not acceptable.
Did
Don't make me send Hank after you. Don't make me send Hank after you.
Donate some money to me. I'll use it for thrifting.
Hank, get him. Attack, Hank.
Did you meet Lib?
Lib, yeah. I've been on a panel with Lib before.
But I think Chris might have met him though.
Oh yeah, no, I did.
Yeah, what happened with that? Did you meet Lib?
Yeah, it wasn't for very long. We have streamed it, but like it was just like we had to be fast because he had like.
Yo, man, like how long did you meet? Did you at least get a?
Were you like,
picture?
holy fuck? Why do you have so much body hair?
Hey, Jeff.
He actually does not have much body hair. I'll post the selfie in the Discord later.
I'm not in Discord, you ass clowns.
Well, I don't know how to put it up on
It
the
does
screen.
sound like a flow problem.
It is a flow problem.
Is he gonna mind if you show it?
But if I temper tantrum enough, it can be an everybody problem.
Like, don't break his anonymity if he doesn't want it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should ask his
I mean,
permission.
show
first,
me for
but-
sure, but don't show anybody else.
But I will say, Lib probably looks more masculine than I do.
Wait, what? Well, he comes. I never take him as female. Like I try. I want to because I like him.
I do too. And like I'm sitting there talking about, I keep calling him dude the whole time. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I told him before, I don't think he's a trans or a communist.
I call him a trans.
He's definitely not female.
Well, it's to himself he is. Subjectively he is. And
I thought to himself he's a woman. I thought that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's sort of an objective thing, though.
Yeah, you can't be a female.
Objectively, yeah,
cannot be a female.
That's the conundrum.
Look at Jeff's face. Jeff is like, God damn it. God damn it with these people.
Always with the trans communism every time, every goddamn day. No, but it was really cool. Like I got to we met outside of where his hotel was. He had to go pretty fast because they were getting ready for their flight and stuff. So I didn't have much time. We didn't have much time to hang out.
Like
but
just a few minutes.
Yeah, just a few minutes. But
Okay. That's so cool that the two of the regulars here got to actually meet.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was really cool. Like we got along just as well in real life as we do on stream. We got along like dykes and dogs, as they say, you know.
Like dykes and dogs.
He never heard that phrase.
I don't even understand that figure of speech.
I haven't even heard that one.
It's a figure of speech. Like the two people getting along like dykes and dogs. Like, you know, I don't know.
You know
like
what,
lesbians?
Joe,
we can just move on from me.
Joe, I had an idea. If people are in Facebook groups or social media groups that they think the stream would be interested, they could like somehow put the link in one of these groups, like in a post or a comment.
Did you just co-opt my idea?
No, I just thought of that the other day.
I invented the Facebook group link sharing.
The other thing is like tell a friend. If we have 200 something subscribers, so if each one tells one friend, that's 500 right there. So a combination of that. And I had a layover in Dallas at the airport, and we were going to meet, but the security there made it very challenging, and we decided it just wasn't worth it. So, but I was in the city, and we were like texting each other while I was there saying hi. But we almost met. We will meet one day.
Yeah, we will.
I want to do like a reunion or conference, or like meet somewhere once a year and get together in person. The stream Panelverse.
When I get my little like studio set up in Texarkana, you can come down. If you move to Louisiana, you can come visit anytime you want. It'll be pretty close, actually. It's not too far of a drive.
So let me ping an idea, Avi, since we're talking about getting Jeff subs up that I had last night. And I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't want it to be exploitative or taking advantage of things. But when I have my show, I have the ticker going across the bottom, right? You can kick people, blah, 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 blah. You can do all those things. Everybody knows how that shit works on my channel by now. I was thinking about offering sponsorships to where instead for like, something not much, I could put, a smaller channel could have their name running across the bottom. They could have their link in the chat. And every time I do my little pitch thing, the little call to action, I mention them. Does that sound like a good way for people to get exposure if you got a smaller channel, or does that sound like
I was about to ask you how much you would charge for that.
I literally had the thought while I was falling asleep last night. I haven't even thought about it.
$20.
That was actually the original thought that I had when I was falling asleep, is like $20 a show, or like 100 for the month or something. I don't know, 150.
I like that.
Because I do a show about 5 nights a week, approximately. So that'd be about 20 shows.
Subs do you have?
I think.
How many subs do I have? I have 27. I have almost 2,800.
Okay, yeah,
it's not huge, but it would be good for somebody who has, especially panel content, I think, because the people who come to my streams come to all my streams, and then they go to other streams. They're panel viewers.
And I like the crowd you draw too.
So I do too. Not everybody does. I've had a handful of people think that my crowd is too fucking much.
No, I like them.
Word of mouth is good, though, to tell a friend, like you said, Jeff. I told my friend Wildheart about your channel, and I told my friend Wildheart about FlowState
that's how
channel, too.
Wildheart found it.
Yeah.
He hangs out here.
Huh?
The rest of you guys, I'm not sure. Hank, you stream too on your channel?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I'm subbed to you yet.
Okay,
Here,
let
I'll
me get
put
the
Hank.
thing.
Listen, when I first started doing panels, I was a lot better at, like, I tagged everybody who joined the panel in the description box. At this point, like, it's just getting a lot, and I've really slacked and fallen behind on that, but I need to go back and clean some of those up.
Oh,
Do you have to be monetized to like raid another channel, or can any channel do that?
No, any channel can do that. You just have to go into your settings and turn it on. The default is to offs, that you cannot accept raids, but I don't remember where it is. Somewhere in your studio, you'll need to go in and turn it on to where you can accept raids from anybody.
Gotcha.
The other thing that's helped in the past is when people double stream to their channel, because then their audience sees it on their end.
Yep.
We've gotten a lot of subs that way. Auntie, I haven't considered advertising. I'm not even sure how to brand or package this, but where do people advertise something like this? Even if I did.
Back in the day, like before, I guess FlowState had just started, but when I had a partner, we sold a master class because I was in the typology thing, and so we sold an actual class on it, and we advertised through Facebook. And Facebook's marketing is it's pretty precise. Like you can basically say how many. We told them basically we want this many people to sign up for it, and then it told us the dollar amount, and so you can get very specific with that. But I would think that since you've got an open panel platform, it's a different thing that you're selling, right? We were selling a specific class. You're selling an open panel. I would think just exposure. Like I told you before, like the best exposure you're ever going to get, better than advertising or sponsoring my shit is just you going to other panels.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yes,
And
I agree.
Well, I asked Nude Guru last night because he said he had filtered out all of the dysfunctional ones and he only stays on the healthy ones. And I said, well, which ones are those? He said, well, Jack Talcott's.
Yeah. Oh my god. See,
Oh my.
oh,
Yeah, I
geez.
would say it is healthy because Paul uses it to offload his crazy. So I would agree that's healthy.
Paul is crazies.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't go on. If
I would say that
Chris
I would
and I's
say
plan, one of our plans was to go on other panels. We just don't know where the functional panels are. We end up on the dysfunctional ones, and then all the
You just have to
dysfunctional.
you just have to travel. You just have to travel.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say which one's the functional. It changes with the seasons.
Yeah, and you know there might be some functional ones, functional people in the dysfunctional panels. You know, they would.
I like our growth.
It's top down
like
in my
the nice little pace of
If
growth.
you have a
I
toxic
like people
host,
just kind of finding us.
you're gonna end up with a toxic panel.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Is if we choose the wrong audience.
Yeah, I've got a lot of subscriptions for these open panel channels. Like as I hop around, and I'll just search open panels and change my filter to live and hop on a bunch. So, I mean,
I would.
That's common sense, but I guess that's how you can find them, and then you know find out for yourself. I guess.
Yeah,
I would hesitate advertising at this point. You seem
Well,
to have
I
like a
advertise. I
natural.
got a lot of people. All
You
my subscribers
advertise?
are people who asked for my channel when I was hopping panels. So
Yeah.
and that means when I do something that they're interested in, they'll all hop on the show.
Wow, it sounds like we thought about doing shorts, and are those the same thing as clips? Like you just clip something and turn it into a short?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I even have like ideas when they happen of this would make a good clip, this, but I don't remember them and I don't write them down and I don't mark them, and so we'd have to go back and figure out which clips. But yeah, that was recommended to me before by people that I know on YouTube that have grown. Shorts
might
is
wanna-
one way that they did it.
Set up a PayPal and some TTS too as well.
Well, thanks, guys. This is
You might want to set up a PayPal and some TTS as well.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why we thought about that as an option, but we figured it was just easier to have it all centralized through YouTube. But that is an alternative if we.
And then YouTube's going to take half.
Yeah.
Jeff pointed out something about the shorts. Shorts are a fantastic way to get new viewers, but they don't. In my experience, they don't convert into regular watchers very well.
No.
Oh, okay. Because we're doing this more for community than anything else. This is just one part of a larger project. So we want people that want to come and.
That's why I would hesitate advertising.
I would also suggest that your mindset about you're trying to be selective about your viewers. I don't think that's how I would go about it. I would just get exposure, and then the people that you want to stick around will filter themselves out. But I don't think you should try to pre-filter your exposure.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to go like on a dysfunctional panel and have 100 dysfunctional trolls on here all at once one day. That's
Jeff,
just kind of
all panels are dysfunctional.
Yeah,
and I gotta drop off, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, I
Hey, take it
invite
easy.
folks to my channel, but they don't want to come because they're afraid of what I do to them. So
Everybody's afraid of what you'll do to us, Hank.
exactly.
I never once give a thought, like never. That's the first time. It didn't even finish the complete thought. Half a thought just now for the first time because you said it. Did I ever think to take Hank, worry about what Hank might do to me?
Well, now you fucked up. Now you done stepped in it.
No, he didn't.
Hank, fuck him up just to
He's
prove
one
a
of
point.
the least threatening people that.
He's my panel.
Maybe I'm the one that
dare
would
you,
get caught
FlowState.
off guard. Like if this were
Hank,
Survivor
attack.
or something, I wouldn't see him.
He
coming.
does.
I'll
He
attack
does
you.
look like he's like a secret mage, though. Like if you pissed him off, he could fucking cast a spell on your ass and steal your woman.
We'd voodoo a chicken, slice a chicken.
Like he has like a fire. Like he has potions and spells. And he can cast.
That sounds vaguely racist.
He made Gen X Jeff grow antlers. Don't fuck around with this guy.
But I have candles, incense, and essential oils.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff's panel is chill, but I don't at all actually think that's because you found chill exposure chill places. Like my viewers are not chill. My viewers are not chill. I've been several places where like my stream got dropped from the restream because my audience was so unchill and hostile. So if you can handle some of my audience, you're gonna be fine with everybody. You bring the chill.
Yeah, it's really about the moderation and the hosting that keeps the panels on the rails.
Yeah. That's facts, but
Maybe
Jeff
that's
is just
part of our brand is the chill.
Yeah, and plus, it's not, it might not necessarily be a good thing to get an influx of fucking trolls all at once.
Yeah,
like I think you have a pretty good, steady, natural growth. The engagement you have, like the people who are coming here actually care about the topics. That when they're chatting in the chat, more than half of the time they're chatting about what we're talking about. Those are all really good things for the growth of a channel. I don't know. I would be kind of afraid to advertise and kind of bring in the wrong element.
Yeah, I know. I think you're right. I think some of the strategies we talked about are good.
And you don't really care about growth. You would like to be able to monetize, right? So the growth is step one. I would say you can monetize today.
Yeah,
monetize
our goal is to monetize, and then once we monetize, we can coast from there. Like we can just take it slower from there. But it's just
so monetize outside of YouTube system. Do it now and get what you want now.
Yeah. Put your PayPal or something there.
And they even have like these programs and things like where people can send you super chats and stuff, but it's just not over YouTube.
It's the super chats and the membership features that we're looking to do.
Right.
And that way we can do like the little menu thing that Flow does and all that.
Consider outsourcing that.
Yeah, you could get that done within 48 hours.
Right.
And then work on growing from there, your numbers.
Right.
I 100% suggest when you get monetized, stealing my my membership strategy exactly. It's been fantastic.
The $1 membership with stickers.
Do you offer, other than emojis, is there perks or do you have different tiers?
No.
Nope. No, and actually at first I said it's $1 a month, you get no benefits. But then I realized you could do the custom emojis. But no, it's just the one tier. That's it.
And I never use the emojis, but you know what I like is having that green name. I'm like, that's worth $1 a month just to see my name in green, because it makes it look like I'm part of the community, because most of your chat is green and the ones that are not stand out. And so even if all I get is a green name, that's worth
the great thing about it is that like for me, I just don't have time to offer all sorts of special offerings, right? So I was really kind of backed into this is the only option I have is being the lowest priced, but it does free you up to not have to, I don't know how somebody like Anton Daniels runs 4 channels with different tier packages and yada yada yada. It's like this is a lot of fucking time and work.
He has to have a staff to do that.
Right, I don't have a staff. It's just me and
Katie sometimes if she wants to help.
Katie barely even watches my shit.
Exactly.
Oh, really? She has a
she does sometimes, but no, she's the introvert and I'm the extrovert in the relationship. So a lot of times, like if I don't stream, if I go long enough without streaming, she'll be like, "Will you go hang out with your internet friends and leave me alone?"
The freak has a question.
Hey, FlowState, what's the feedback you're getting from last night from Sarah? I actually haven't gotten any feedback at all. Early this morning, I had trouble sleeping last night, and so I jumped on on 007, which is where Sarah and Sasquatch met each other. Actually, that's where I met Sasquatch too.
Me too.
What was Sarah's problem last night, Flo?
She was drunk.
Oh, Jesus, she was unhinged.
And that's
I haven't had any feedback, but I mentioned something to Richie on 007. I said, "Oh, hey, this funny thing happened. Sarah got drunk and she was going after Sasquatch, yada yada yada. You know these people." I didn't realize like I mean, I guess I should have because I'd been told about it. I just wasn't paying attention. Richie and Sarah have a lot of lore. So I got backfilled on that sort of story line, but I haven't gotten any feedback about it at all, actually.
I heard murmurings of it from a few people.
I have seen a couple comments. I think Old Man Joe mentioned. I've had some people afterwards in the chats and stuff say that they really enjoyed the show as a whole. It was more chaotic than normal, but I haven't had anyone specifically give me feedback about that dynamic.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Yeah,
But that's not Hawaii, Sarah, right? That's a different Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that wants to start it.
Sarah.
She wants to start that socialistic commune or whatever it's called.
Another one with the socialistic commune.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Is
she
that
call
from
it?
Social
Flo?
media? How are these people getting these? I've had crazy ideas before too. Just patience. All right.
She calls it an intentional something. I forget what the hell.
Intentional community. No, that I understand. Like I've tried to start some of those, and in the mental health field, they have things like peer respites and peer intentional communities and stuff. So that I get. That's a legitimate thing.
Old Joe,
not necessarily tied to any political ideology though, like socialism.
Old Joe, for the last about 2 or 3 months, it's been basically my full-time job. Has been the channel. I stream 5 to 6 hours most days. Sometimes long. So I'm basically on stream for a full shift, and then things are set up pretty nicely now. So to set up a stream or whatever, I just do a few clicks and choose a thumbnail. But it's basically a full-time job. But the something that I do that makes it harder for myself is I'm a control freak. I don't delegate shit.
Yeah. How long do you spend editing video?
Me, I mean, when I do upload a video that's edited, like the FlowState's Greatest Hates, that took a lot of time. But it was one of those sort of like toilet bowl projects, right? Like I tinker with it while I'm taking a shit, and then I forget about it for forever. I did that probably over like 9 months. Just tinker here, tinker there. So my edited video, and then some of them, like when I did the one where Paul challenged me to a bare knuckle fight. That was just a chunk cut out of one of Cynthia's streams. That was very easy. That probably took 15 minutes. But it depends. But most of the time, like I don't upload a lot of edited videos anymore. Like lately, I've just been doing live streams. I haven't even really been doing any shorts.
You take your shorts from your live streams?
Yeah, I take them from my or sometimes other people's, and but the shorts I put more work into usually than just clipping out a chunk because I try to put music in and I try to make them fun. I kind of I express my artistic outlet or whatever in shorts more than other things. Also, because the short policy, you can have music in shorts the whole duration and it won't copyright you. You can't even get out 15 seconds.
Real music, normally like other
real normal music, yeah. I can have 60 seconds of music in a short, but if I play that short during a live stream, it'll get copyright struck.
Right.
The policies are different.
Well, there's potential there then.
Yeah, that's like yesterday. I got MoOse. MoOse was re-streaming Talcott, and I was in MoOse's channel talking to MoOse. And I guess when you re-stream the host channel to see, he kicked MoOse's channel off.
Well,
because
Talcott did.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see, Chuck. You can see it as a guest on StreamYard. On StreamYard, you can see all the comments from all the stream destinations.
Oh, is that how that goes?
Yep.
I didn't realize that because I was talking to MoOse over on MoOse's channel, and all of a sudden Jack's spurting my name out. He says, "Well, I know how to fix this. Goodbye, MoOse." And click.
Oh yeah, and he said everyone's welcome to come over here except I think that was you, right? He said Chuck, is that right?
Yep, that's me.
I heard you. I heard him.
Hey again, my battery died earlier, so I had
You have to wait for it to charge
And
up.
I don't know who he hates more, me or Flo at the
I had to
present.
find
You, Chuck.
Right.
He hates you more.
I think he does
okay.
hate Chuck more, I would guess. But
It's gonna switch for whatever.
old Joe, I do enjoy streaming as a living. I will say that even though, making $200 or $400 in the last 2 nights, that's good, especially for my channel size. But once YouTube takes his tax out, I'm not able to fully support that. This is not a financial replacement, or hasn't been so far, for actually shooting nail guns and swinging chainsaws. But you know what? I've got some money set aside, so I can dabble and figure it out. And yeah, I am enjoying it.
How many subscribers do you think you'd have to have, or to actually make the money?
It's
that you would
amazing
like?
what slaves get to do nowadays.
I think it depends. Jeff, you piece of shit.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to sidetrack. Go ahead.
I don't think it's a function of subs so much as it is as the structure. I've really got my platform structured in a way that maximizes the cash flow, I would say, more than and that's one of the Caucasian Sasquatch has been doing this shit for a while. His channel's twice as big as mine. He sees something in my management that keeps him around. He sees a lot of chat activity, a lot of basically what I'm saying is I don't think it's a function of subscribers. It's a function of viewers and the way that you've got your thing set up. So I think that for it to really be able to support my whole life, I would have to stop playing around with the $2 name changes and find ways to bring in more $20 comments or whatever. I think I would have to have probably 2 to 3 times the live viewers at any time, and I would have to stop giving free attention to the chat. So I don't really even want to do that.
If you tune your chat out, you're going to lose your viewers.
Yeah, FlowState. I have one suggestion. Maybe 3-second slow mode, just so you can have a chance to keep up with your chat.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like I said, right now even though it's not replacing the money I used to make or was making, 6 months ago, I am really happy with how the channel's doing, especially for how kind of fresh I am at this. I have no complaints. I'm just sort of exploring all the dynamics of trying to make YouTubing a career.
Yeah,
and I don't intend to stop paying attention to the chat.
Yeah, that'd be a mistake.
But if you watch Andrew Wilson, right? He's got super chat stacked up. He does not attend to the chat very much. If he does, he will answer a question. I'm using him as a prototype for somebody who does this full time and probably makes enough money to support a household, right?
They have an entire team. He has employees that he pays. They have an entire economy that supports several people.
God, I got to get over my control freakiness. But I've noticed that he'll respond to the chat, but he won't pull the comment up and address the person by name, right? If you want he
does me all the time.
Oh, does he?
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He'll call up. He'll verbally address the chat and call out
on
the
his
name
show
as he
pulls
addresses
the comment up.
He doesn't always pull.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's the only change that I'm thinking about making right now, aside from continuing to try to grow, is to maybe add in that the sponsorship thing, if that's something that people are interested in.
Yeah, I might be a guinea pig for that.
$20 a show. I'll do you $100 for the month.
$20 a show. I have to be like $20 a month or a week or something.
Oh no.
There you go.
Well, we can negotiate price, but
we can negotiate price.
Yeah,
can
because
give
you're
them
not
like
going to get a smaller
pilot
channel that's not monetized
discount.
to want to fork out a lot of money.
You would think that's true, but it's not true. There's a whole lot of, like I started off, there's a whole lot of people who are doing this as a hobby, right? And
That's what it's started as for me. But I'm like you. I want to find a way to make it a living.
Yeah, so Chuck, you're wrong.
Do what you
why is
love.
somebody climbing out the window? Look at that shoot. There's somebody climbing out our window.
Wait, what?
Break it, knock them off.
Hang on. Let me.
Knock it off. Knock them off.
No, I was talking to Katie. There's just one leg hanging out of the fucking window by the kitchen.
You're not going to show us?
All right, hold on.
Is that one of your neighbors climbing out the window?
I think that's his kids trying to run from it.
This could be momentous.
Yeah, really.
Breaking.
Get some video.
It could be viral. This could be just what we need.
There you
That's
go.
your neighbors? I don't see. Oh. Maybe they got locked themselves out. That's why we used to climb in.
They're shutting the window on their leg.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Do you think they were they're your neighbors, or do you think they were those intruders?
No, that's our house. That's one of our kids. And that's where the kitchen is.
It might have been.
They don't know how to use
we used
the
to
door.
do that all the time. We got locked out. We would have to climb in the window.
No, they're not locked out. We're here.
Well, then why the fuck did they do it?
Well, that's what I'm asking. That's what I was asking Katie. I was like, why there's a foot sticking out the kitchen window?
Well, you got to
wait. That's your neighbors or your house?
Bottoms.
No, that's our house. Our house is like a big L.
Wait, I'm confused. Is there somebody climbing in your house right now?
I think somebody was climbing out of the house and then stopped.
They got
Tell them to use the freaking door.
Why are you climbing out of your house? Why are you here? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Is something happening that you need to go see about?
No, they're teenagers. They're teenagers. They live here. They're just doing weirdo teenager shit.
You have teenagers living in your house?
Yes.
That's the part I didn't get. Okay, I didn't know you had teenagers living in your house.
Yeah, 3 of them.
He bought them.
I knew you had a daughter. I didn't know about any other teenagers.
Katie has 2 sons. I have a daughter and Katie has 2 sons.
Okay, so the kids are fucking around. I get it now. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, tell them to use the
they were
freaking
random
door.
kids just climbing
That's
out of your
because
house.
Flo's got the door nailed shut.
Do you think they're on methamphetamine?
I don't think they're on methamphetamine. I think what if I was able to pick out one thing, it would be that, and I don't think they're on it.
Acid?
You know what? We're about to go to Chipotle, so I think that I'll figure out if they're on acid or methamphetamine. I think that they're probably just ate up middle schoolers.
Yeah, I hear you. Just joking around, man.
Hmm.
Never heard of such.
Hmm. Okay. Are you coming with us?
Yes.
Okay. What was it? I saw Joe had a question, and that's
I did have some thoughts on it. I have a lot of resistance to charging for community, like paying to access or be part of a community. I think it's the pass the cup model at this point, and just donation based, super chats, memberships, etc., like voluntary contribution and helping the community. Like
I feel I have a similar sentiment, and I mean you can see my membership level. It's $1. You get no benefits. You get a blue name or whatever.
Green.
Jeff,
how many members do you have?
About 550.
Whoa! Wow. Okay.
Jeff,
how many do you think Talcott has? Because isn't his like $2?
He's got tiers. He doesn't.
Oh, he has tiers. Okay.
He's got 2.
Have you heard of buymeacoffee.com?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have a
followed
Patreon actually that I've never used.
Yeah, but I have a patron I need to. I have a couple patrons.
Yeah, I've got a couple patrons left still too. From I haven't looked at my Patreon in probably a year and a half, but I still get every month I still get like $8 shuttled over from Patreon.
Yeah, that's just a paywall.
Yeah, it is. And for a while before I was doing panels and shit, when I was just like a video channel, I did have some things behind the paywall and shit. Some early, like, I tried using it, but it's just a headache.
Yeah.
And I have sort of the similar, like, as much as I'm a capitalist, like, I get the communist-y sentiment of like not wanting to exclude people. Like, I'm with that. So I do the same thing. I don't know. None of this. Here's the thing, though. None of this shit. Nothing was planned out. I had zero plan of this becoming a full-time gig. Just at some point, like over the winter, Katie and I both got salmonella poisoning from Pizza Hut.
Oh.
E. coli. We got E. coli.
Oh.
And the weather was weird. So like for like a month or so in December, we were down, and I started streaming more, and it just sort of found its way on its own. It was never intentional.
Oh, that's because you keep it moving.
What do you mean?
Not stale. Your program, when you're streaming, it usually got a pretty good ebb and tide to it. It's just not stale.
Yeah, I figure if I'm bored, then my audience is probably bored too.
Exactly.
And I'm not above, like, I don't do it a lot, but I'm not above calling it quits after an hour. If the energy just isn't moving, like, I'm not gonna force it.
Yeah, I've seen you do that a couple of times, but it wasn't going anywhere either.
Right, and sometimes it won't go anywhere. It's not, who knows? I've noticed a lot of times if there's like a real wild rowdy night, the next night everyone's kind of like burned out. Everyone's kind of low energy, right? But
trying to recover from the night before. Yep.
Right.
Especially if they do more than one show like that, that takes a toll on you.
Well, but it's not always that way. The last couple nights have both been pretty wild for me.
Last night was really.
But I took the weekend off, and then there was the little drama play of I got doxxed, and I knew that would be a good clickbait title, and it was.
But you handled it good.
Thank you. Yeah, if I was actually concerned about being doxxed, guess what I would not be doing?
Be on YouTube streaming, making money.
Yeah. Right. Like, you just have to know it's going to happen at some point if you fuck around on YouTube. And so when it happened, it was, if anything, I was just surprised it took this long.
Well, even he's going to forget it. So, I mean, ask if you want, you can ask him tomorrow and ask if he remembers that he doxed you, and he'll probably say, "No, I never did that."
It only happened because you hit a nerve.
I know. I'm going to keep stomping on that nerve too.
Yep. Now that you know the nerve is exposed.
Yeah. In fact, I hit the same nerve, but I'm so good at hitting nerves, he doesn't even want to acknowledge me. He does, because maybe he figured out that attacking me actually buffs my attack and defense. Maybe he figured that out. So he wants to keep my name out of his mouth because he doesn't want me to be too strong. At least King Steven's smart. King Steven's smart, and he actually wants a strong black guy on his team. So
he actually what?
Steven is a dumbass.
Well, maybe he is, but he's smarter than the enslaved folks at the moment. But if you get smart enough and walk the red carpet for me if you want.
I can't figure out how much of Steven is a LARP and how much of it is really him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I mean, with most people, I'm pretty, but Steven is a little bit difficult for me to figure out, and the Thorpes, I can't at all figure out.
That's the line for me, and don't even bring up the name on here.
Yeah, how much of me is a LARP?
Not a lot.
You're right.
I can't stand them either, Jeff.
It's mainly just my smile.
Maybe
Because I can turn you off.
The outfits, maybe.
No, the outfits are legit.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Probably just a smile, but that's mainly because I can turn you off. Unlike at work, I can't turn them off. I can literally just turn the tab off. Goodbye. I like having that option.
There you go.
What's hanging on your wall? Is that a thermometer?
No, those are PC Duinos. I should be wiring them up. But
what?
Single board computers.
PC Duinos.
Yes.
What is
like
that?
a computer board?
Yeah, those are computer boards.
Does it light up?
Yes. In fact, I can plug even more lights into it and light them up in a pattern if I ever program them.
Oh,
I powered the what's that called? The switch. I haven't figured out a way to cable them all up yet. And the hardware stores kind of suck around here. We actually had like a micro center. And there's a Bed Bath & Beyond building that's abandoned that be a very good spot for a micro center. But I need to wire them, cable them, and put an operating system on them and program them and probably install more LEDs.
You just need a little PLC.
Yeah, I could just use a little PLC instead. In fact, I could just use one of them.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with PLCs. They ain't cheap. PLCs aren't cheap. Single board computers are cheap, but they break more often.
I thought you said TLC.
Oh my god.
Programmable logic controller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what those are, but they're PLCs are generally way more expensive than just a single board computer, but they're specialized. Well, you can get a generalized one too, if you want. But I actually haven't looked for generalized PLCs because I just go for an Arduino, Raspberry Pi, or one of these in between things.
Is there any correlation between PLC and pagan? Never mind.
Yes. Yes.
Fried chicken.
Next question.
Are you making a joke in the future, like, oh, you got to pay again for advice?
Oh, Lanza. I thought my jokes were bad.
Well, they are, but his is as bad as yours are.
You guys just want someone to fit a role. I have a feeling that you guys need somebody to fit a role that you can define so easily and predictably.
The scapegoat role.
Yeah, you're yes, our clown. You know what?
Yeah, you are the scapegoat, and
yes.
That is common with neurodivergent people, and I've been in that role before too, and I'm very protective of Lanza, so I have my eye on that. So
yeah,
what's the average GPA of a neurodivergent person?
3.
That is a good question.
3.
No way, 3.
Yeah, the nerds pull up the average.
I don't even think I am neurodivergent. I don't even think I am that high.
You are.
I don't think you are either. I don't think you are either.
Well, you search out all these words to try to sound prolific and say absolutely nothing.
Here's the thing, Chuck. I thought the same thing too until one day I started actually listening to the words and giving them a fair hear, and then he started to make sense, and I'm like, "Wow,
so you might want to speak.
That really
you might want to seek some medical attention, Jeff."
All right, so maybe the problem isn't with me. Maybe it's with you.
Can't be. I'm perfect.
Have you ever considered that?
Just saying,
that's not the first offering I heard.
An open mind. And
that's not the first offering that I received. Actually, Jeff's actually not a bad. Yeah, he actually lets me fuck around a little bit yet.
I mean, the credibility of a man speaking with antlers.
Oh.
Okay, so do you guys learn from me at all?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it okay if I ask in what way?
Well, I'll tell you. as a neurodivergent person, when I hear other neurodivergent people talk about their experiences, and you were explaining some things the other day, and I'm like, I know what he's talking about. I do that same thing, and hearing you talk about it helped me understand it better about myself.
Or maybe we all is part of. If it's part of you, it's part of. It would have to be part of everybody. Am I wrong?
No, I think
Okay.
it's because of the neurodivergent. It's I don't see it in a lot of people. So when I meet it in somebody like you,
So you
it
had a
has a
recognition.
particular importance and relevance because it's.
You had a recognition.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
What about Hank? Maybe said something.
I'd say yes. I learned what jokes not to tell.
You learned what?
That's okay. That's good too, dude. Like, yo,
What
you
did
don't
you
even know
learn?
how bad I'm holding back to. It's bad.
Well, don't
On the
hold back.
jokes. Some people are so funny, but they'll create so much tension in order to like some people can create that tension in order to make the joke, you know? No, you guys okay.
You mean like comedians and like they?
Yeah, like any subject, like Hank kind of
But
said something like
that's
once.
just what people do. Like it happens all everywhere. There's people that gather
So
for
it's like,
extended periods
Well,
of time. And rub up
everyone
against
thinks
each other.
they're a comedian. You
Y'all know
know.
about what? Who is it? Schopenhauer and the hedgehogs. The porcupine. It's like a bunch of porcupines
is that the
trying
one
to
with
adjust, and their quills keep poking into each other.
the blue guy that would race around?
Yeah.
Okay.
The German philosopher.
I think he found the Books of Mormon too.
Sonic the
different.
Hedgehog.
This one wore a wig, I believe.
Okay, so Jim Bob's Discord came in for me, so I have the show link.
Oh, the link. Okay.
Yes.
Post our link in their Discord. Do we want his audience?
Yes.
Okay. Say, Hank, come talk to Hank. He's live on Outliers in Exile. And I'm going to post, here's Hank's appearance on Jim Bob.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put in self-promotion right now.
I don't have a self-promotion.
That's too bad. You'd be cool if you did.
Yeah, well, we can work on that though, Lanza. I see a lot of potential.
I mean, I don't know.
Joe,
I mean,
it wasn't courage, because to me, courage is you have to feel fear, and then you have to like consciously will to overcome that fear, like take the action despite the fear. I feel no fear around Andrew. He evoked none of that in me, so I don't consider it courage at all.
Did you say I don't evoke fear out of you?
You? Nobody. People. I've never been scared of people. Like even as a kid, like people don't scare me. A lot of people tell me I should feel fear in certain situations that I don't. So it could be like a impairment or deficiency on my part, but it takes a lot for me to feel the emotion of fear. So, and people just talking to random people doesn't even come close to.
You don't have to have fear to have courage.
To me, the way I use courage or understand it, you do.
I use the old guy from World War II or Vietnam that was the medic that refused. He was a conscientious objector and refused to carry a gun, and kept climbing up on top of that cliff to save his fellow comrades without any regard for his own self. He wasn't afraid of getting killed, but he felt the need. They needed help more than he needed to worry about himself.
Yeah, I just don't, and maybe this is just autistic level nitpicking, but I just wouldn't call it courage. If he wasn't scared, like, or feel some kind of like risk or resistance or anxiety about climbing the tape that he had to overcome to do it, then I wouldn't necessarily say it was courage. If he just like automatically could just easily do it and not really feel any strong emotion around it, I don't know if I would call it courage.
Hey, Jeff, do you know what an axiom is?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's kind of like those, isn't it? Where it's like, it's kind of like you gotta like read it and then like see how it relates, right?
I think the answer to your question is yes, but I don't know how that ties to axiom.
How it ties to what?
to Axiom?
It's like an observer of a truth, and you can like look at it and like be like, okay, how do I see that?
Yeah, but I thought everybody did that because I thought that's how humans were understanding the world and like going through their day. They have to be able to figure out what's going on and what's true. And so I thought everybody was doing that kind of stuff.
You thought everybody was at Subway in line, just like talking about. I was talking about Play-Doh. I don't know what they were doing. I was like 16. I was like, yo, you guys hear this Play-Doh guy? They're like, shut up and make these subs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all right.
But I have a very poor grasp
now.
of like the
I
gap.
got many colors of Play-Doh.
I used to eat Play-Doh.
Me too.
When
It
I
was
was
good. Play-Doh's good.
All it is flour.
And I used to eat the paste glue that we took to school.
Yeah. I had pica. I ate everything you could eat. The teacher would my nickname was Billy Goat. The teacher would turn our give our test back, and mine was the one with all the edges and corners chewed off. She just walk it over to me. I would sit there and eat my paper while I took my test.
I mean, doesn't that...
There's usually a chemical imbalance.
Yeah, the theory with pica, the theory is there's like some kind of nutrients that are missing that the child just instinctively seeks and craves. So they put all kind of weird things in their mouth trying to get these minerals and nutrients.
You need to chew on a tree.
I did. I ate grass, dandelions.
Yul Gibbons used to do that. Tree bark.
Really?
A tree muncher.
Back from the late 60s, early
because I had a Boy Scout book and it told me all the plants that you could eat, like all the wild plants. So I like every plant I could eat that grew around me. I tried it.
Did you eat poke salad, Jeff?
No, but I ate dandelions and I made the dandelion tea and dandelion greens.
You're from the South and never had poke salad?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord.
I haven't had poke salad either.
That's what I'm saying.
And thistles. I would pick the thistles and you'd have to take all the leaves off and eat the stalk like celery, and you'd get poked. Like my fingers were all bleeding every time I tried to eat it. It was a big effort to eat a thistle. It had no taste whatsoever. Celery at least has a taste.
You ever tried milk thistle? That's related to dandelion. It's like gigantic purple dandelions.
I don't know if we had that.
Like the seeds, like, and also dandelion extract. It's really good for your liver. So like if people are having problems with their liver, they got to get dandelion extract and milk thistle extract.
Oh, we did the big purple flowers. Yeah, that is the kind that we had. Yeah, that's the kind I ate.
So that's really good for your liver, no doubt, and your pancreas too. But I think it probably takes more than just like a few plants. You need it extract and milligrams high up off of the charts. I take 27,500 milligrams of milk thistle every day, and every time by gel cap.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't trust none of those extracts you get unless.
Well, I can because my liver has come back fucking perfect on paper for decades.
Because a lot of them places don't have no standards which they go by to produce their extracts.
Well, like the thing you got to look at people's not just like some paid fucking. Look at people's reviews. Like, not every single review is going to be AI. So, like, you see enough of them, you can kind of come to a consensus of whether it's good or not. And you spend money on it, and you find out it's good, then that's cool.
That's what I don't like about generic drugs, is because they can be as low as 80% or 120% of the active ingredient. They're not consistent.
Well, I don't know. If the clonazepam wasn't consistent, I think I'd know. I think definitely I'd know that. If it was less than it was supposed to be, I'd be having issues real bad.
So Hank,
I'm my hero.
did you get banned from Paul's show, or you still go over there?
So Paul doesn't want a break from me. I don't think I'm actually banned, but I don't feel like going back to he rolls out the red carpet like he knows he needs to do. So he knows he needs to roll out the red carpet for I can stabilize his community. But as long as he doesn't want it stable,
he's beta. You don't have any problem making him your bitch.
Yeah. So as long as he doesn't, so as long as he wants to keep it a mess and refuse to roll out the red carpet, I'll give him what he wants.
I got you.
I can't wait for like the next generation of academics and historians to study this panelverse phenomena.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be me. I'm actually going to study it myself. I'm doing.
You'll be a scholar of the panelverse. You and Tommy, and Chuck. Yes. You'd be good at it too. Chuck could probably be a professor.
Yeah, I didn't do it yet.
Bro, Chuck's like Dumbledore.
MBTIs on the panel list. I'm gonna get around to it.
Chuck's like Dumbledore. Is like wise. He's like, hey, I keep being nice, and here's what I think.
I just call it like I see it. That's all. It gets me in a lot of trouble sometimes.
That trouble's not all bad. So if you read, you should read "Never Split the Difference" by Chris Voss, and he'll teach you how to navigate around the trouble and come to at least to some kind of agreement. But it's pretty simple, actually. You basically you ask them how they do that. They explain if they make a demand, just to ask them how to implement it, and then there's and the negotiation starts at the no. It doesn't end. That's where it starts. So if you remember those two tips, you have a lot of leverage that you didn't know you had before.
I just try to do the next right thing. That's all. Keep it flowing.
Clover stocks now.
But yeah, I'm not banned. I know.
We don't play.
I'm waiting for that red carpet. I'm waiting for that red carpet. If he doesn't want to give me the red carpet, he can have his mess.
Which one do you guys believe in more? Astral projection or metaversal projection?
Metaversal projection.
That's all.
Which one do you believe in?
I don't know how to say your name, the Hebrew person. I don't know what kind of honeysuckle it was. I didn't know they had different kinds. It was like the little white flower with the yellow thing, and you had to pull the stem out and make the drop come up through the end so that it would catch, and then you get just a drop, just barely enough to put on your tongue. But man, it was so good.
It was tasty.
It was worth the effort.
Yeah, if I can't say like a name in Hebrew, I just call him Moshe. So.
Codename Mazel Tov. Okay. Well, are we wrapping up? Is that completion energy?
Yep.
Oh,
we could take a break because I might try to do another stream tonight.
You sound like
I've been getting that groove lately.
You're feeling
time for Talcott.
You sound like Talcott. I am complete.
Oh.
To wrap up his show, I feel complete.
He is streaming. Let me see if anybody's on. Pussycat Benson.
What? Oh, Cat Benson or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that's the only one on panel right now.
All right, I'm gonna visit. I haven't seen Jack in a while. I'll give him a visit. See you later.
Okay. Tell him I say hi.
And I'll go ahead and sign off too, Jeff. Good show.
Okay, good seeing you, Chuck. I might fire it up again later tonight. Busker, Denizen. I don't know if y'all are there, but good seeing y'all. And as usual, we'll do it again tomorrow and possibly even tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us and watching and chatting and participating. I Oh, here's Jesse. Just in time to wrap up. What do you have on? I love that shirt. Those colors. It looks like what's up with you? What are you dressed for? Oh, you're on mute.
Pardon?
What's the outfit, or what are you dressed for? It looks good.
No occasion. This is just one of the things I like to wear.
Oh, well, I like it.
Are you wrapping up?
Yeah, I mean, we can chat a little bit. What's going on? What does panel around mean? Like go on different panels? If I could find the good ones to go on. I've been having weird experiences on panels lately, so I've kind of been staying away and just kind of doing my own thing. But if there's certain panels that I need to know about or be on, let me know. Go ahead, Jesse. What's up?
I'm just traveling to back to my city. It's just starting a 3-hour journey, and just about to spend like some time with Angeline. Gotta go back to my city, take care of some stuff, come back for her born day. So just on the journey right now.
Oh, you're on the train?
No, on the journey. I'm driving.
Journey. Okay. So
the traveling,
panels
I guess
keep you
to say.
company?
Pardon?
The panel verse keeps you company?
Yeah, it's just it just makes it an easier drive just to kind of be around some people, listen to some things, and just participate a little bit if I get a chance.
That's neat. I hadn't even thought about that. It's like the modern version of talk radio. Oh yeah, your microphone does sound a little like
my mic is okay.
It's cutting in and out. It's probably the distance.
Yeah, maybe there's some dead zone areas, and as well as it's just your mic is a little bit low, so I just have to really pay attention.
Oh, mine is low? I
Yeah,
wish
well,
StreamYard had some feature to equalize all of this.
how'd your stream go? I just logged on. I didn't actually get able to listen to anything about what you guys were going on.
I think it went really well. I like the direction it's going. And we did one last night and went for over 8 hours, and that's our new record. And I might do another one tonight.
You went 8 hours.
Yeah.
Was that the nighttime stream that you were on?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing more nighttime streams.
Very cool. When Angeline and I are in different cities, then we like to do some panels and stuff, right? Gives us a way to communicate. And when we're together, we don't really host too much panels, but I imagine we'll be doing a panel here in the next few days. But we've been streaming lots lately, lots of interviews.
Oh, okay. And we're gonna do our interview next month, I think.
Pardon?
You and I are gonna do our interview next month, I believe.
Yeah. Whatever the date is, you're booked. So it'll be fascinating to get your perspective to our audience. Our audience keeps growing and growing, so it's been a slow and steady climb to get to where we're at now, like around 40,000 subscribers. We lost four YouTube channels and about 20,000 subscribers due to getting strikes, to like having doctors on our show, medical misinformation. But we're over 7,000 on Rumble now, and that's our most, our biggest channel. Or Facebook used to be our biggest channel, but because I'm in Canada, they hit us hard with journalism restrictions, and so I can't even advertise my other channels. They've dropped our viewership by sometimes 90%, and so it's great that we're on a bunch of other channels, just to other platforms, just to be able to reach as many people as we are now. And just in case any of these, people try to whack us on a channel, well, we're on 9 other channels, or 9 other platforms.
You have a whole empire. It sounds like you have 4 channels.
Yeah, well, we go live on 6 channels, or 6 platforms simultaneously. Twitch for
platforms, so not all YouTube channels.
No. Just different platforms. We only have the
So
one.
you on 4 of those platforms, you got kicked.
4 YouTube channels have been deleted over the last 3 years. We took like an 8-month break from YouTube, and then once we started, seeing Jack going live and on these panels, and kind of felt like we just kind of wanted to stand beside him because all the bullying that was going on with him. We went back to YouTube, and we've been back on YouTube for maybe 9 or 10 months now. And just rebuilt up another channel. One of our channels, an alternative channel called the Forbidden History Chronicles. That one got deleted as well. So we're now on our 5th channel.
Well, how come the History Channel and all those TV networks get to do all of those weird conspiracy history shows? How come like the TV channels get to do all of those weird conspiracy history shows, but the YouTube channel can't?
Why do some people not get strikes and are allowed to do things and say things?
Like the TV networks do shows like that about alternative history and conspiracy history and all of that. Like the network show, the History Channel.
Yeah.
And they do those types of shows, and they have budgets and producers and everything, and those are okay. So why is YouTube disallowing the same thing on their channel?
Well, YouTube has eased up a little bit on their restrictions, I've noticed in the last 6 months. But anytime anybody's saying any buzzwords that maybe we shouldn't be saying, I just put the video on private afterwards, and it seems to be working because we haven't had a strike for a while now. Even when I created this 5th one, we got our warning, and then we got our 1st strike, and then we got our 2nd strike on this 5th channel. But it's been over 3 months where we haven't had a strike, so we're back down to like 0 strikes, just our warning. But the one time for the Forbidden History Chronicles, every time I say I got a strike on this new channel, I would just stream to our backup channel, which was the Forbidden History Chronicles, which I never got a strike on it for the content that we were putting on there. The only strikes that came is whenever I used it as our backup, and then people were saying things that went against the narrative or the agenda to give us the strikes.
Well, do you still do the panel raves, the dances, the vibe, the love tribe?
We do, but though it's not. When we started it, we did it every day, 7 days a week, 11 months straight, 2 to 4 hours a night. Now we just do it on occasion. We kind of, before we start a panel, we maybe do a little bit of a dance before we start the panel. But we haven't done the High Vibe Love Tribe full in maybe about a month now.
Oh, okay. I'll put your channel in the. Frank's all right. We're gonna wrap up. Frank's getting cranky, and he needs his survivor. And your microphone's kind of cutting in and out, and there's a wind noise. But it was definitely good to see you. I love the duds, the threads. Oh, I think you froze up too. All right, that's probably the cosmos telling us to end. So thank you, everyone. Good seeing you. We'll be back tomorrow. You froze up for a second, Jesse, but I'm just gonna wrap up because your connection's kind of going in and out. Anyway.
Yeah, I was just in a dead zone there. Thanks for the compliment on the threads. Got the hat in Jamaica. Angeline and I were just in Jamaica. I turned 50 in October, so my mom took me to Mexico, and then Angeline and I went in December to Jamaica, so got the hat and got a new bandana. I've been wearing these bandanas around my neck like for maybe 10 plus years. So when people started wearing them because of the stuff that happened in the last 4 years, I thought that was interesting because, I've been kind of part of my gear. I was having bandanas, kind of around my neck, just as, just in case I ever needed it, was sweating or whatever. It's always nice to have a rag around.
Well, I think it's fabulous.
Sorry, I cut off there for a little bit. I got a call from a friend, accordion builder from Louisiana, who's trying to look for reeds from Chicago. I don't know if he's getting senile or what.
It's quite possible.
Yeah, I mean, like he's looking for accordion reeds in Chicago, and I'm like, look, man, I'm in Baltimore. You know this. We've done business together, and he's a good accordion builder, Cajun accordion builder. He's just really something happened to him recently that his brain.
Yeah, well, he might not know. They're kind of a simple crew, and
yeah, I mean, like he is definitely a simple kind of guy, dude. Like but he's a kind one. But him and this other guy had this feud going on, and it carried on to Facebook. That's so funny to see elderly people having a fight on Facebook. Oh my god, jeez.
Maybe they'll come here and do it one day for us live.
There you go. Oh Lord. Anyway, so what's the topic and where did everybody go?
Well, we're actually wrapping up, and I'm gonna break here for a while, but I think I'm gonna do another stream this evening if I depending on what time I wake up from a nap. And
I hear you.
If not, we're definitely gonna be here tomorrow at the usual time.
All right, Jeff. Well, I'm sorry I didn't talk. I just I had a call from this dude from Louisiana, so anyway, you take care.
You too. It's always good to see you.
All right, you too, man.
Well,
all right, see you, man.
Take care. And have a safe journey, and we'll see you again.
Thanks, man. Have a great night.
You too. Take care. I do love the outfit. All right. That is what we have for you today. So like and subscribe and all that stuff. Tell your friends. Share it in groups if you're any groups. You know your social circles, but particularly if you're maybe mental health groups, autism groups, political groups like centrist, anti-woke group, that kind of stuff, and who knows? Even if we pick up a few people here or there. Take care, Auntie, Vladimir, Freak, Scarecrow, Tin Man, all of you guys and gals, and whatever else is out there these days. It's good spending time with you, and if I don't see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm so New World Order. Take care. I can barely order this panel. All right, see you later.